Greetings and salutations, humans. This is Froggy and Friends, and we're playing Grit. So, our last session, I recorded it. We were all there, and it was catching audio, but lo and behold, it didn't. It decided not to record it. 2 hours of silence.
We looked like we were having fun.
Yeah, we looked like we were having a lot of fun because we were.
We were terrified at points as well.
As you should.
Very.
So I'm going to do a recap, a little bit more in depth than I usually do. So, beginning of session, they were still at the wagon that was in flames. Tulok was on the ground. Frederick was starting to go to the ground from his snake bites. Jade and Jeremiah were going where the sisters had gone, and then Cedric was packing up his Tesla gun. So more correctly, his interdimensional gun, but whatever. And he was moseying on down that way. I'll start off with Jade and Jeremiah. They found that the sisters had moved a large slab of stone, lifted it up, and gone into a tunnel system that two giant rattlesnakes were starting to come out of. But during that time, we shifted back to Frederick, who was having a very interesting conversation with Lady Death, who took the lives of the snakes to cure him of being bitten by rattlesnakes. And Tulok gave over. That was.
The innkeeper.
Yep, the innkeeper at the last hotel and the lady at the mercantile actually in Talon's Trail. And then soon afterward, he had a conversation with the Axe and kind of got to see the path ahead. Jade and Jeremiah kind of turned-tailed and started chasing after the wagon that was ablaze because Jade had set it on fire the session prior. They went by a shack, and there was this eerie burial yard with multiple different tribes, but all kind of similar, all raised platforms, but a bunch of dead snake memorabilia. Going through a canyon, not necessarily a canyon, but like a ravine, gully kind of area. And then the others followed suit afterward. Then they finally did make it they went past this old village that they don't necessarily know why it was there. It was kind of run down. Came to there was a stable and a cave entrance. The stable was being taken care of by a very elderly blind woman that Jade bashed her in the back of the head with her pistol to knock her out. And they entered the cave, went farther and farther down, and instead of getting a consistent sound of dripping, they made it to an opening, and there was this steel barrel with water trickling down into it with all these alchemical things around it. And there was an old man to the far right sitting he had black ichor on his chest and a blade in his hand. Jade went over and looked at him. He'd slit his own throat. And Cedric started hearing in his brain head, "It's here." And what he did is he took some acid and he destroyed the barrel, and as the barrel started to rust and wither and crumple, a hand started crawling out of it that was very reminiscent of Cedric's right hand. It started going towards him, and Cedric kind of froze, but Frederick ran over and stabbed at it with his knife. But before this happened, there was this strange sound, and they all looked over, and there was a horde of bodies starting to crawl onto each other, being almost like a kind of like an ant horde, but of bodies. And once the hand was stabbed at it, it kind of combusted, and then those bodies just kind of crumpled to the ground. Cedric got his family ring back off the hand, and he saw cave paintings of. Do you remember what you saw on the walls? Take that as a no.
It's probably written down somewhere.
Okay. It looked as there was a civilization long, long ago that had control of these people, and those that were running, like, command of the people looked different. They were forced to build a green pyramid, and then it looked like there was an uprising of the people, and the area was barricaded in. They kept going further after Jade found a lantern by the guy who had slit his own throat, and they just came to a great, like, metal bars, but the bars themselves like have scales.
And I lit the lantern, right?
Yeah, because
Okay.
you've got two lanterns at the moment.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Is there anything that I'm missing that you think needs to be said, Jeff, Caleb, Nathan?
We knocked out an old lady where we put our horses.
I said that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Well, but we did put our horses
Yeah.
there.
So the horses are there. Okay.
We also tied her up.
Yep. Tied
Yes.
up. Tied her up.
And everybody made fun of me because they thought I was going to kill the old woman. But the whole reason why I knocked her out with my pistol is because I did not want to kill the old
Yeah.
woman.
And she was blind, which was cool. Remind me, the gate's still locked, right? Didn't it
Yeah.
have some kind of... Okay.
Yeah. I just described the gate,
Yeah, we had just
and then
gotten to the
that's where I had to end the session.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure I'm on the right
That
path.
sounds, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Who's
Is
looking
it-
at it closer?
gate. All of-
How about I give it the dimensions of it?
Okay.
It's just over 4 feet wide,
Okay.
and it's like height-wise, like 6.5 feet tall, and it's not a perfect like rectangle opening. It's kind of jaggedy, and it looks like the bars are growing out of the
Is-
stone.
Is there a
Rolling out.
lock of
Like
some
kinda like
sort,
vine?
or is it just kind of like a
Are you yeah.
great?
it-
I'll roll. For
Yeah, roll a
Insight.
let's see. What would I want? It can be an observation
Okay.
or a thievery for you.
Ooh. Okay.
Are the bars like
Two
vines, or is it
successes.
just coming out of the side?
2 successes.
Okay,
I rolled
you-
for thievery.
Okay, well, what you do see is there's a serpent head is like latched onto one of the bars,
Okay.
and with the 2 successes, you're like, I've never seen a lock like this before. This is the weirdest. And then, but you're running your fingers on it, and it's like the scales are moving when you know if you're petting a snake,
Yes.
And-
when it's moving. Yeah.
and
Yes,
so
like-
so like it feels like it's almost a snake, but it's
That's
cool to the touch of
Okay.
that way.
I would turn around to everybody and go, I've never seen a lock like this.
Would Tulak have ever recognized it, being from the different tribes, since there were the tribes around? Would he have ever seen anything like this?
Are you saying lock or?
Lock and gate.
I'm not even gonna have you roll. You've never seen.
Okay.
This is just
Could
straight weird.
Could I roll contraption to see how?
Yeah,
like, if there's
totally.
A way?
You can. Well, roll a contraption, like for you to figure out
Yeah.
what's going
How-
on here.
Ooh,
Man, good.
that was
good.
good.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't want to set anything else on fire right now.
1 success.
Oh,
1 success.
Yeah, 1 success.
We
Okay.
should have set the light on fire, so-
Actually, everybody, you got your second wind. I'm gonna say. You guys get your fortunes back. Your vigor is, well, your
Wait, what about
vigor and
my-
resolve is full unless you lost it for bad things.
I lost 2 because of.
What do you? How many do you need?
She needs
So-
3
so am I
tokens, but you
keeping-
get 1.
So you're starting afresh.
Okay.
I need
Yeah,
2
I
more
need-
tokens.
Alright.
Thank you.
And just as a note, I just gave you all your. There might be a reason.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
gonna say I'm not happy.
It's like a
I'm
boss
little
fight's
nervous.
coming up.
Yeah, that's exactly what's coming up.
Well, Tulok might voice this, but does the tunnel where the fences, the gate is growing out of, does it resemble something like what a
Wait.
snake would crawl through? Is it kind of circular?
I never.
You said it
It's-
wasn't
it's
perfectly
a
straight.
strange. It's a strange shape. It's like
Okay.
a
Like it curves
amoeba-esque.
Quit
It's
trying to
not
recommend-
perfect.
I never got an
Well,
answer
don't
for my
recommend
1 roll.
Your
For
one
my
roll.
success.
I wanted to make sure you had all that.
Yep.
Let me answer your
Okay.
that. Is it's just a strange shape. It's not like a rectangle. It's not a perfect circle. It's kind of
Okay.
not necessarily totally or not totally organic, but not really naturally formed. It's strange.
Okay.
And when you put your lantern closer to it, the tunnel, it just the light kind of just fades, like it should.
Okay.
But you just see a longer tunnel down.
Okay.
With your 1, you're like, that's really strange, like sculptural almost. You're kind of thinking it as like that's amazing. That's amazing metallurgy and forging to do that, and then you do like feeling it and how the skin actually moves, and it feels like there's a musculature underneath, like it's actual
Mm-hmm.
like skin, but it's metal.
So there's
You're-
not like a keyhole or just.
There's just a snake head.
I didn't-
Like
It's a
and
puzzle.
so you've got
So
eyes.
does it look like something has to be offered to it, like a hand?
I'm not giving up my other one.
It's no, the snake
Into
head
a
is
Jones
biting.
kind of
Is
vibe.
biting onto one of the bars.
Oh, just bad. Just
Do you have any
Look,
voodoo
I'm not
experience?
touching any more snakes, but maybe it can be pried open.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can use my middle
Do you have
hand.
any voodoo
He's scared of
experience?
snakes,
Yeah, he's
right?
got a snake phobia, right?
Yeah.
I don't. I blew it up.
Could you actually roll a
Don't you do
discipline for
too?
me?
What?
Don't
Are you
do
getting
too?
close to it? Are you
Oh,
keeping your
didn't get
distance?
Phobia.
Because
Oh no,
that's-
you passed it.
Yeah.
Are you?
I'm talking to you, Frederick. Sorry.
Oh, I'm so used to you looking the other way to talk to me.
I
No,
know.
I'm not touching that thing.
Yeah, you're not. So you're staying. You're keeping your distance. Okay.
Yes.
I can try and pry it open with my metal hand. I'm not putting my good hand there. But what would I roll for that?
So you're gonna try to pry it open.
Yeah, with my metal hand.
Have we tried asking it to open? I know that sounds silly, but it seems like
Open
it's alive.
sesame.
Opened.
Not commanding it with
Is
laser
anyone here
fruit.
parcel mouth?
Okay. Now.
Okay, maybe we try that. Who's got good
Yeah,
Who's got good persuasion?
My persuasion's not good, but my
No,
brawn
mine's
is
not
pretty
either.
good.
Okay.
My
So
persuasion's not
you've
bad.
got. If you're gonna try to pry it open, that'll be in like an athletics or might.
I might before I pry it, I might like inspect it with my metal hand.
Well, I think my mind's a little bit better than yours too.
Yeah, but
so
if I like inspect it and realize we don't need to pry it,
Okay.
then
So you're
Go
just
ahead
gonna
and inspect.
like
kind of like offer your hand to it or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Okay.
The metal one, not
The
the.
metal.
Okay, so just let me know what are you kind of doing with your hand, your metal hand?
I mean, I'm just gonna kind of because it's a snake head, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like.
It's about yay wide,
Okay.
yay long.
Ooh,
That's a,
that's very hand size.
Yeah, and then
you're losing your metal hand.
No.
I don't want to lose.
no, the thing is, I'm sorry, I don't necessarily know snake parts, but the neck and the body of it kind of go into the wall, and then the bars themselves are like all different sizes.
Mm.
So like that's the only big one that kind of goes across and bites onto.
Could somebody fit through?
No, because it goes this
Okay.
way and
Oh,
that.
okay,
Sorry.
okay. I was like,
It's an actual like grate.
okay.
Good thinking. Good question.
So just go
Can't-
for it.
has
On
it-
that
have we
metal
looked
hand?
around yet to make sure this is the only way forward?
Is there like any
No.
puzzles or anything?
Can
You
I
only
do
went
that?
one way. You can start looking around.
Oh, so it doesn't. There's no like walkway here. Like
Ooh.
there's a separate. This
So,
is like completely
This
separate.
this is the entrance you came through,
Uh-huh.
We
and
came this.
you went this way. You didn't go that way.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna take a quick walk.
Okay, so
There's
you're gonna
some-
grab.
I'm gonna grab a
lantern.
lantern. Yeah, I'm gonna borrow a
Does
lantern.
the snake just go into the wall, or does it lead somewhere?
It just goes into the wall.
So while they're looking at that, do I need to roll an observation or anything to walk around this? Just to
I'll
see
But
what's
you're
over
gonna
here?
go by
I'll
yourself.
just go back. I'll come back to you. So what do
Actually,
you do?
before I do anything with that, I want to look around, just like the gate, see if there's any like puzzles or clues or something.
Okay, so you rolled a contraption because you were looking at
Mhm.
to see the locking mechanism.
Yeah.
You didn't see. With that single success, you noticed that there wasn't like a noticeable lock or anything, and you were
Mhm.
keeping your distance because you were just kind of looking because it looks not super awesome right
Yeah,
now.
like a snake.
Yeah.
So you took
So you're looking for like iconography or anything around.
Uh-huh.
Roll an observation for me.
What's my observation?
Do you want to give me any dread or anything?
How much dread do you have left?
Oh, just this little pile there.
that okay, but that is little in
Compared.
comparison
Do I
and,
give him
And remember,
at a cost.
Yeah.
Because my observation's an 8.
Exceeded the cost.
My observation is.
But it has
better.
a skill point as well.
Can I assist in the observation
Or
roll?
do you want me
yeah.
to?
So you'd just be rolling. You'd be rolling your own dice, but it only adds. It adds if he actually succeeds.
Okay, I only roll
Or do
one.
you want to observe it? Maybe I can say something.
Yeah.
I mean, I can.
And then
I
you-
can do
Jade, you
that.
wanna
So
take a
how
look?
good's your observation?
I have an 11.
Okay, so I think after observing the lock, Cedric would turn around and ask, does anybody see any traps or puzzles or anything that could help us?
3 successes.
3 successes.
Good idea.
Sweet.
Now you're getting a little closer than comfort,
Yep.
and you're kind of looking at the edges of the wall, and then you actually go back to the head itself, and you get a certain distance, and the eyes open.
Okay.
And it's not just seeing it; you hear it, like
The
metal on metal.
Yes. Okay.
And then you know that it has like a second eyelid, and it opens up, and it just looks like black gem of some sort.
Okay.
Mm.
And it's the reason you know it's a gem is because it's reflecting light.
Yeah.
See, that's what you see with your.
Okay. So.
Maybe look at your thing.
Do I?
Look back, and I would say
That's what.
the eyes are open.
Do I just reach in?
Hey,
and
you just started
reach
the
in?
timer,
Yeah,
so
I-
let's make some decisions.
I don't know. So you saw a gem in there.
Yeah, but the eyes open.
the
The
eyes
eyes
black
are gems.
Yes, and they opened when I got close. So I think if you put your hand close, it'll
So
do
as
something.
you guys, so he starts walking with the lantern
Yeah.
back. You see the more like cave paintings,
Okay.
and it's like more comparisons between, like it kind of repeats some of the things on that wall that were on that wall, but then you see like, actually, could you roll me a
So-
lore or linguistics?
Is he the only one seeing this? Because he's
Because
the only one.
Yeah, 'cause he's
no one went
Right.
with them.
Yeah, and nobody. He didn't. He just took the lantern from us.
Well, you have another lantern. You've got 2
Yeah.
lanterns.
Yeah, but he took the. You gotta get better at communicating.
Well, it's okay. It's it's just this is how characters die.
This is every horror movie ever.
Okay.
Yeah, it is
The
literally.
one character goes off by themselves and.
Is
Well, I
everyone
wasn't
having
gonna go
fun?
far. Yeah, I'm having fun. Okay,
He's
my lore is not great, so my linguistics is worst. So
Nice.
1 success.
Okay, with 1 success, you notice that there's a third type of, I'd say, person or entity, and
Okay.
to you, it just clicks that, oh, that's what we would call Sasquatch. There's a third that helped man fight.
The things that we're controlling.
Yeah, that's roughly you.
No expert.
But the thing is, because you didn't roll, you only got the ones. You just figured that part out. You didn't really
Nothing
figure
else.
out how, or if it was. You just know that they helped in some aspect.
Okay, so I imagine Tulok is somewhere right here. He's not gonna walk very far back here because he knows better than that, but he's gonna try to hold the lantern up and see if he can
Oh,
see.
the thing is, all you guys are actually over there.
We're
here.
over here, and you went around like there.
You went this way.
Oh, I went up this
Yeah,
way.
I need a.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Oh, I see.
I had a laser, and I think.
Do you want me to
the battery
move
died.
everyone over?
Yeah, you can.
Well, he'd actually be
You're
far away
actually-
from the gate.
See, this is where you guys entered.
Yeah,
Right.
you're closest.
So I'm over here.
Thanks for leaving me a little bit farther than everybody else.
I got you.
Yeah.
That snake
Yeah.
gate's getting you.
And
Is this Jeremiah?
Yes.
Okay.
I one
What's
day.
he
I'll-
doing?
What?
What's he doing? Is he just like in the
Oh,
middle
he's
of the thing?
he's actually he's lighting up a cigar, and he's just backing up away like. Mm-mm.
He's like,
Yeah,
How you
he's
doing?
he's actually
Frederick, yeah.
he's behind Frederick, and he's kind of looking like behind you guys.
Oh, good. Keeping
oh,
a
so
watch
he's
for the
keeping watch.
six.
Okay.
Yep. And if you've noticed, he's got his knucks on.
Yeah. Oh,
And
for
he's
sure.
just no. When he puts his knuckles on, his rings shift, like
Yeah.
kind of come off, but they like rest here.
More knuckles.
Yeah. Knuckles on knuckles.
So he won't. It definitely shows that someone has done a lot of things before, and like as he's smoking, like one of his rings, he's spinning it.
I imagine he's like chain smoking out of stress right
Yeah.
now.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, yeah. If a character was here, I'd be having them roll a lot of different discipline things. So, but that's what he's doing.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
and he said he specified that he doesn't know anything about locks or anything.
Okay.
Just so you.
Cool. Well, if there's
So that would
Do
have
I
actually
reach for
taken
it?
you a while to look
Fire,
at.
like-
You would have had to kind of go farther,
okay.
and you would have. But no, you went farther and you kind of came back.
Got it.
I'm just doing the metal hand, so
Roll
it's the
an
same thing every
observation.
time.
Okay.
Why do I keep losing?
Why? Or I change it to rock, like right in front of you. And
I think you should get close to it with your metal hand. You don't have to
I think I
offer it,
might have to.
but
Oh yeah, I'll just be
I want
like
to see what it'll do.
snake
because-
heads right here. Just
Yeah. Because I don't want to. I mean, you don't need anybody getting hit.
hopefully,
Whoa,
hopefully it won't
3
rip off my
successes.
arm and I'll be like just
3 successes.
Yeah.
You see like hand marks in black ichor.
Okay.
Like there was individuals that were it looked like they were fighting each other or fighting itself. Kind of. That's the best. It's even with 3 successes, like that's awesome. But you've kind of figured out like they were just like something might have went wrong, and they were like bumping into each other.
Okay.
So that's why some of those bodies might have been there.
Oh.
You don't
okay.
necessarily know what occurred, like there would really be no.
Yeah, that nobody would know what.
Yeah,
Okay.
but something
Okay.
weird happened. Now, you saw the gems, and what were you doing?
I think I'm planning. I'm gonna just like
We had discussed like he's gonna get close with his metal hand. He's
yeah,
not
like
just gonna
if
be
the
like,
snake head's right here, it's gonna be like I'm like leaning into it like this
No, we want to see what will happen without like.
So
with the metal hand.
Yeah.
Out the
okay,
wheel.
so as you're moving closer
Kinda
with
like
your
it.
metal hand, you're breathing in, you're like holding your breath.
Oh, my hand.
No, the snake.
Oh,
Snake head.
touch it. Am I like? How close is the hand?
How close are you?
I mean, I think I'm going as close as I can without touching it.
Oh, without touching it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like you're really
Like the
close.
head's right here. I'm like,
Okay.
but I'm like this with the.
All right. Okay.
This is
Can I
science.
slowly creep up behind him and go like, "What's happening?" and slightly push him so his hand goes into the thing?
Yeah, have you been slowly creeping up on this?
I mean, I've been watching, that's for sure.
Okay.
He's like,
If he messes up, I'm turning and
Okay.
I'll let you pull hand in there, right?
Yeah, so
I'm
you're,
hitting you with the metal hand.
Okay, so you're just gonna push him?
Well, like, you know, when you
He's
grab
like-
someone because you're afraid,
Yeah.
and you like, yeah.
It's a Shaggy and Scooby moment.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna even have a roll. The hand chink, hits it, and the eyes shut.
You guys do the thing again.
Now,
Okay.
so.
just a reminder, remember we modified your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Just, I didn't want you to
So-
forget.
I, Jade, would move her hand close,
Yeah?
but not like. Jade would be like,
Okay, so,
but just to see if it even opens back.
okay, so I'm gonna try to use measurements more to like Jade's standard. So, like the length of her navies,
Okay.
that's roughly like the length of the barrel. So you're
Yeah, I'm not
You're, like,
super
almost a
close,
foot.
but I'm not.
You're almost a foot. You're I'm guessing everyone's like
yeah,
adrenaline is running.
Tensions
Oh,
are a little
for
high
sure.
right
Yeah,
now.
but that's why everyone's vigor and everything is back because you had
Second wins.
Fight or
Yeah.
flight,
yeah, you're just like okay, and you're bandaged up and you're reaching up and eyes. You see the gems again. And about this time you're coming back.
Sweet.
Does it look like it has like is it a being or is it just genuine metal? Because you said it had like muscles and stuff underneath
What it
ish.
when you did touch it, it feels like metal, like cold to the touch, like an actual metal. But if this was sculpted, it is the most amazing sculpture of snake. Because like, if you see the bottom of some snakes, the top, but there is no like coloration pattern because it's all metal. And like I said, when you move it, the skin actually moves over.
I just
gonna come-
imagine Jade's like,
I'm gonna come stand over there with you.
So you're next to her?
Yeah, and I'm gonna see what happens if I get my hand next to hers. I'm not gonna be like, but just like kind of slowly see if the snake reacts to two hands instead of one, or reacts.
It
to
lashes
one
onto your hand.
No!
I knew it.
Great. Okay.
But it doesn't hurt.
Oh, really? So it just like bites, but there's no pain.
Releases.
Whoa!
You're poisoned.
I'm the snake.
I imagine like,
Yeah, you're like you instantly.
And so the whole grate's open though, just like
Yeah,
that.
they move back, but you've got all these holes, and as they're going back, it's all every one of the holes has
Uh-huh.
a snake head attached to it,
Whoa.
and it sounds like snakes are moving.
are any of the heads still visible?
Nope,
Or are they
it's
all
all
gone?
it's all in the holes.
Well, I'll step through first because it opened for me, so no one else can get chomped if they're gonna launch out and bite us when we walk through the door.
Chomped.
Well, all right, too late. Wasn't to use the word chomp. You got me. But
Okay, go
okay,
ahead.
so I'm gonna take a step into the doorway and brace for just a moment. Does anything happen? Nothing. Okay, I'm gonna take another step in, and take 3 or 4 more steps in. I've got the lantern. There's nothing. All right, you guys want to come through
Right
with
about
me?
now, you're hearing movement in those holes.
Oh, guys, come through
Jade
quick,
would
quick,
come
quick, quick!
through.
Everybody through right now.
Yeah.
You gotta come quick, 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 quick!
Does that do you run through, Frederick?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
But
somebody's-
I'm like right beside somebody.
Okay, so
It's
You're,
me.
you're with Jeremiah, and,
Oh, okay.
and you guys are at the back. And as you're going, at like behind you, you feel the, and it just kind of goes and envelops the opening again.
So Jade, at this point,
Mhm.
thinking, practically would turn back around and
Mhm.
see if there was the same mechanism on the other side.
You see the bottom of the head, the bottom part of the
Okay.
mouth.
Okay.
So it's the same?
Can I do like
Looks so
like a
we'll
medicine
look
check
back.
on him?
Yeah, got you.
On his hand where he got bit?
Yeah,
So
please
can I-
do.
yes.
Please do.
Okay. You have to
Okay.
roll. That's, I really appreciate.
Wow,
so I
he's
would
doing-
say I really appreciate that you're really getting into it, but still, that's a little.
That was-
So while he's
I
I would
checking,
say, here, let me see that. And then,
and while I have my hand,
where's
if
my
something
medicine?
happens to me, you might have to bring my body to get out of the gate.
No.
So just remember that it opened for me.
What, healing?
You want us to drag you?
If it'll get you out of here if we're attacked.
2 successes.
If
Wait,
we're attacked, I don't think I'm
3 successes.
concerned about
3
trying to drag
successes?
your
Okay.
heavy
Big body.
body.
Now with 2, you would have noticed that there's just
'cause I got
there's
a
like
skin.
because you're having to grab the lantern and look at it. There was no pain, but you know when something touches you and
Mhm.
it kind of leaves an indent,
Yeah.
like a coloration. There's perfect. Well, you've seen the inside of a snake's mouth. So you've got
Yeah.
the 2 main fangs of
Like
a
a
venomous snake.
Yeah, and then you got
Then you have the
all
multiple. There's a distinct pattern, like missing in the teeth.
Like teeth, okay.
Yeah.
So I would grab one of the lanterns and move it up by his eyes.
Oh, he has no whites. It's all black. The
So that's okay.
his iris are like red.
Is it,
Okay.
has it
And-
gotten worse?
I go.
And
Well-
you have noticed that you're not a big fan of the lanterns.
Oh, whoa! Okay, how we
Like
going?
it's not. Well, you're not necessarily. It's like not hurting you. You know that feeling.
Just
you're-
have an aversion to light.
What? Yeah, a very
Or it's
very
just like-
slight at the moment.
Okay.
And your arm, all those spots.
Mm-hmm. They're like, are they shaking still, or just noticeably?
You're just noticing them right now.
Okay. This is gonna sound weird, everybody. But if you see any Sasquatches, there's a good chance they're our friends. So
A
please
what?
don't hurt them. A
The-
Sasquatch.
I think he's on
What's
drugs.
that? Yeah.
Look at his eyes.
Did you take anything?
You don't know what a Sasquatch is?
It's a skunk ape.
It's a what?
Skunk. ape?
Oh no, I heard him, but Tulok's like, what the heck is a skunk ape?
Okay. So it's a big,
It's a big,
sticky-
smelly, hairy, like
Yes.
animal.
Yeah. And
And
Okay.
it roams around in the woods. It's like a
In
Rougarou, but
Alaska.
not as
Yeah.
wolfy.
they were ottermen,
Otterman?
but there's a specific name that.
Okay. I knew that wasn't Yeti because that was way too Asian.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah.
You don't want to be messing with them anyway. Okay, so you shared that. Now, the cave, the area that you're in. Once you past that grate, it is beginning to be more humid.
Great.
And it's not as cool as a cave should be. It's like getting warmer.
Snakes love warm. They're cold blooded. This is not good.
Now, also the smell in the air, Frederick, it's a lot more reminiscent of home.
Yeah, I was gonna say it feels like
Back in the
Louisiana.
bayou.
Yeah, but
Bayou.
the smell.
Just people talking like these.
Bayou.
I'm saying the smell is a lot more is similar to like the bayou,
Oh, okay.
They've got some good.
but
Yeah.
it's like literally once you
Just a
step
pot of
over
them.
that past that threshold,
So to eat
It
all
was
the
different.
tofu. It's like fire.
So like the gate almost kind of was like a little bit magical in a sense.
Oh.
We don't
you,
know.
you don't know.
Well, is it too late to check? Well, you know what? We
Yeah,
probably
already
got bigger
closed,
priorities.
really.
Let's just keep on going.
The gate is
Keep on
cool,
keeping on.
but-
Jade, you're the boss. You can decide if we keep going or we check out the gate.
Forward.
Who made her the boss?
All right, if you could give me a marching order, because you got about
I guess I'll go first.
Well, do you want Tulok to go first? Is the gate open for him? In case there's another one?
I mean, you can hang up front.
Okay,
with me
I'll
if
follow
want.
you. Whatever you want.
because at the moment you got about like a little over 5 feet, and it kind of goes in and out.
So it's not for like, yeah, we kind of have to. Okay.
So then I'm gonna pass my lantern since Jade has one to whoever's in the very back, so that the lanterns are split up.
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah would definitely want to be
Yeah,
in the
he-
back. He's just like, he's like, he looks ticked because he's out of cigars.
Okay, I'm gonna give him the.
I would
Really?
offer him a peppermint stick.
He grabs it and you hear like crunching, like not, just like he just, and then he stops, and you hear mumbling.
I offer him some of my schnapps.
Everybody's like,
Wait, no, he pulls out a. You can see it in the light. It's really awkward. He's like holding the lantern like this, the peppermint stick here, and he's drinking from a really small silver flask.
Okay.
But you'd notice that the flask definitely looks beaten up.
Okay. I drink my own and I,
just
walk back to
I
the
just
line.
imagine we all like are
So-
like
And about this time-
non-verbal, like checking.
I-
each-
Lights one up.
Okay. Okay.
I walk past back into the line and I push Frederick, and then I go, "That's for early."
Did you hear that, Frederick?
It's for what?
For earlier.
Oh.
when he bumped him. So after I gave him the lantern and everybody's passing around their snacks, I'm gonna pull out my double-bladed knife because I've had the
His
revolver
peppermint
in this hand the whole time, and I had the lantern in this one.
Okay.
But now I pulled out the knife, so I've got the knife and the gun.
Is this a magic knife?
It's a ceremonial war
Is it
blade.
like that?
And
It's not like the
And
axe.
that knife is not metal.
Right. Right.
Wait, what is it?
It's
Wood?
bone.
Oh.
Huh.
Yeah,
That's not
human
creepy.
femur, if I follow tradition.
That's a good
And
bone.
maybe a little bit of tusk from like a seal.
Good choice.
Tusk from seals don't have tusks.
The
Walrus.
walrus, thank you. Yep, wrong animal. Right concept. Thank you.
Big
So as you're going forward, you definitely have that feeling of walking down,
Okay.
but it looks flat, but you have that feeling inside that it's a lot more tilted
Okay,
than, which is just strange.
that is strange.
You walk, twisting and turning. Feels like forever, just like when you first entered the cave itself. And you're kind of looking around, and then you see like an old, rusted up pickaxe.
Okay,
The haft of it is like when you touch it, it's like soft, like it's rotted,
okay,
but like not dry rot or anything, like straight up like rotted, like it was almost like it was soaking.
okay.
Interesting. Then, and then the smells are just getting a little bit stronger as you're going, and it looks like there's a kind of like it starts to open up a little bit, but it's more of like a three-way fork.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So I'm gonna stop walking
Mm.
so
Yeah.
we can discuss which way to go. Can Tulok recall from the axe? I know it was going super fast. Which turn it took to go to the pyramid?
This one I would definitely say no,
Okay.
because of how fast it was going.
Yeah, yeah, it's going fast. Okay,
Can you ask that?
I can try.
It'd be nice.
Okay. Well, I'm going to not like step away to a dangerous distance, but step away far enough that if the axe starts doing circles around my head, it's not going to hit somebody. So I'm just going to go, I don't know, what do you think that is? Probably 15 feet away, so I'm still in the light.
Yeah, so you're going behind Jeremiah or something?
Yeah. Yep. Because I don't want to go forward into any of those tunnels and trigger something.
Okay.
So I'm going to go behind them. I'll sit crisscross, applesauce, put my gun in its holster, leave the knife in my hand. I'll pull the axe out like this, and I'm going to close my eyes,
Okay.
and I'm going to reach out and see if I can still connect with the axe the way I did outside the cave, because I haven't tried yet. So I'll just start by connecting my emotions with the axe and see if I can feel it.
Let's see here. Roll.
Yeah. Thanks.
Let's say a persuade.
Okay, so I got 1 success and an 18 because it's the axe, but I'm not using it yet. Is that still a failure?
So
It's
not-
persuade.
Okay, so then just 1 success.
1 success.
Yep.
There's a. You start feeling your pulse in your temples.
Okay,
Then there's like a thrumming.
okay.
Are you talking to me to give her to me now?
She's not close enough to give to you at this moment.
Says who?
Magic axe.
That's a good point. I'll keep my word, but first I need to make sure that me and my friends are able to get out of here alive. And I came to ask you if you can help me know the right path to get to the pyramid, and or warn me of any dangers ahead.
I could, but it takes the fun out of it.
We can still have fun. In fact, we can probably have more fun if we're able to plan ahead for our enemies.
Roll another persuade.
2 successes.
Let me guess, your plan is to let me do things.
I think we can work together to make our enemies pay.
I just imagine like we're all standing there awkwardly while the axe just floats around and you're in like a meditation stance.
Like
and we're
his-
all like,
Taking notes.
His eyes like rolled in the back of his head, but it looks just pure black.
Yeah.
And his eyes are like slowly opening more, and he's starting to shake, and his head's going back like this.
okay. it's that awkward.
And the axe is actually the haft of it is like here, and the head is here, and it's slowly going around his neck. He's like slowly like kind of almost like he's beginning to seizure.
Okay.
Like this, and his grip on his knife is loosening.
Oh, it's going loose?
Yeah.
Whoa.
You ever see like something like that before?
So
This is new to me.
your enemies are up ahead.
It's probably more drugs.
What else?
How can I find my way to the pyramid?
Keep walking
Which direction?
the way you're going.
Very helpful.
Middle, left, or right?
Like now roll a discipline.
Oh, great. Oh, my discipline's 1 success.
You guys see he drops his dagger. His head's starting to tilt, and he's getting lifted off the ground,
gosh,
and
okay.
his like neck is like
But I was just thinking the same thing.
it's kind of like a noose is around his
Okay.
neck.
Okay.
It's
And do I feel any of that?
You're starting to feel
Like,
Okay, the pressure.
you're starting to feel the pressure. You're
like-
but it's just not there. You're actually feeling on the inside of your body,
Okay.
like you're starting to feel one hand, like it feels like on your lung, starting to
Okay.
squeeze, and then someone grabbing your liver,
Ooh. Okay.
your kidney.
You drank
You're
too
actually
much.
like feeling multiple hands starting to grab you, and then the strangest one is like fingers starting to slowly drive into your skull.
Okay.
This is a Frederick thing.
There's a Frederick thing, but Frederick is taking out his own dagger, and he's like, okay, I have this.
Alright, see you
This
guys.
is wild.
Okay.
It,
Do I?
it's
I'm not
crazy as
gonna.
Frederick is.
Two
He's
locks.
freaking out.
I bet he is. Tulok's not gonna hang out for long, so he's gonna give the axe a chance to answer before he stops, but he's not gonna stay for long.
Well,
We better hurry.
There's no answer.
no.
Okay.
See ya.
Tulok's gonna go. Thanks. Thank you. It'll be time to face our enemies soon, and he's gonna sever the contact.
Roll really well.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Would you like some
give him
bread,
some-
sir?
Yeah.
How fortune? What?
Would you like a fortune, sir?
Ooh.
My wife is suggesting that instead.
That was a lot of dread he was picking up.
Okay. How many? That gives me 2 successes automatically.
It's automatically two. Do you have a focus in discipline?
Yes, I have.
Then yes, that counts as 2 successes. Now roll your dice.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Do I roll just the 2?
just the 2, unless you were giving me dread, which
Roll well.
I'll give you 1 dread. I hope to
So
God
one-
you're not
one
all critical
extra
fails.
dice.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought he was just about to.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
I was like, oh. So, 6.
7 maybe? Yeah. So 3 plus the 2 that I gave you, so 5 successes.
You need 4.
Oh gosh.
I was about to see
So
like
you-
a Vecna.
you
pose.
got
Oh.
you gain momentum. So he just collapses to the ground, and then you get a head rush, but the axe is still hovering, like going like that, and then it goes and just lays on the ground, and you've got a definite feeling inside. It's impatient because you promised it something that it already asked for, and it's ticked off that it's having to wait.
I didn't know that it was possible to give it what Lily already and those
Isn't-
2 townspeople.
Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
So, you've got a slight weird, like you guys see like a red mark around his neck,
Like
That-
a rope.
like broken blood vessels
Ooh.
around his neck,
Okay.
and like an actual like a rope burn, literally like
Yeah.
a rope burn, but nothing was touching it.
Okay, so as soon as I have my breath,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick up the axe and go.
Good call.
Yep.
Our enemies are ahead, and we're on the right path. And I'm gonna just stand up and try to play it normal after that.
All right, cool.
I'm gonna stick it back in and pull out my 6-shooter though.
Jade would offer him a peppermint.
Because you had the whole jar, like
yeah,
you had a whole bunch of
I have so many, so I'm like, so it's like an awkward, like
Now-
we're all terrified.
Put a hand
I don't
on
know
the
how that
shoulder.
would feel on my throat though. Peppermint.
It
Yeah.
burns
Yeah,
and it
Frederick will
cools.
put
at
a
the
hand
same
on
time.
Tulok's shoulder and be like, I don't think you should do that anymore just for now.
I'll do what I have to make my enemies pay.
Tulok, you look like you're dying.
Oh man.
I want to walk
I'm
up
gonna
and-
look Frederick right in the eye and say, a 15-foot, or wait, was 30 foot?
It was a 30-foot.
A 30-foot rattlesnake shook me in its jaws.
I can't see.
Frederick, you're seeing into a man's eyes that his irises are red. The white part is black. But because you're so close and the light is just perfect, that red looks like it's moving like you know when you have a glass ball that's full of water and oil and you swish it around, that weird mixture? That's happening in his eyes right now. But it's different. It's 2 different reds. It's like
Weird.
Imagine you and I are standing next to each other, and Jade would hand a peppermint stick.
and like Jeremiah was like this.
I want to walk up to Frederick and Tulok while they're talking, and
Yeah.
I walk up to Tulok and say, Tulok, I am a doctor. I've studied for many years. That is not healthy. And then I point at the.
None of this is healthy, Doc.
That
Let's
is what,
move on.
As a doctor, I order you to stop that. If you want to
Oh,
live.
this is a good. Tulok's
I start
like
writing
a
a
good 5
prescription.
inches taller than you, and he's like,
I'm writing a prescription note, and it just says, "Stop it." And I hand it to him.
I'm gonna grab it and go,
You-
thanks, and
signature
toss
on
it
the
over my
line.
shoulder.
It's got my signature and everything.
That's so
Okay,
funny.
I go pick it up.
Okay, I'm gonna look at Jade and say, he just said forward.
I'm gonna. You still have Kent you recall.
Yes,
So.
I would like to use Kent, except that may be the sheet that I didn't get a picture of. And I actually know I should have it.
Don't have it?
Thank you.
Is it in the text thread?
I wish I had Hansel.
We'll take a wound and see what happens.
No, I'd rather not.
Okay, so I would like him to
Skeleton?
scout. Wait. That's,
Do you want me to
that's-
resend?
Yes, please, because I think I have his saved, but not mine.
That's for the axe?
Yeah, that's for the axe. Because
Mine's expensive.
I've always had.
Yeah, it's expensive, and I forgot that I didn't tell you the distance.
Yeah,
It's closer.
I've always
right?
had my sheets, so I.
So in the future, that huge distance I did won't work.
Correct.
Gotcha.
I'm normally really good about saving everything, but
Hey, it is okay. So I'm going to actually send this. There you go. This has.
Nice.
Yep, all the modifications I've actually made to it as well.
okay. I would like him to scout ahead. So that cost would be 2 vigor.
Mm-hmm.
Blood on his eyes or
So-
ears? Whoa.
So
I
how
have
are
to
you? You get to
injure
injure yourself.
myself.
Yeah.
She's just gonna randomly. We're gonna be
Got
like,
that
what
big
the
knife
heck?
in my hands.
You get to injure yourself, and then you also get to roll an animal handling.
I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
I don't want to fight your dog, so don't make me catch you.
So I guess Jade would take out her hunting knife.
See, now, I think of someone that is a gunslinger. You don't usually want to hurt your.
That's true.
Right,
Okay.
right
Got-
thigh. Get that.
Shoulders.
Get the artery.
Don't
Probably don't need a lot. You just need enough to wipe it on his eyes and ears. So you maybe don't need to cut an artery.
No,
I think that's the best
What
move.
you're doing is you're causing that amount.
In your stomach.
You get to roll damage dice. Those 2 damage dice,
Trying
whatever
to
it turns
think.
out to be.
There's no really good
So-
weird place to cut. I wouldn't do it in the legs because you need to walk.
Yeah, isn't this a great thing to have to think about? That's
Stab
Actually,
your big
think about
toe.
this kind of thing a lot. Just telling you
Well,
right here.
you could always just
It's not
cut
gonna
up
be
your
good.
Could,
back.
but
Yeah,
could
your
tear
back.
something.
I can't cut
Especially
him
since-
back, and I don't know the consequences of you. Yes, stab myself in the
Hey,
back.
my knife is like
Not a
long.
stabbing, but a slashing.
I don't really know.
Cut off a
Alright.
slit.
Let me just
Are you
double
guys-
check with everybody. Everyone's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Enjoying this.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Can I just, like?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have long sleeves, so you're gonna just be cutting straight
Yep.
through your shirt.
Yep. I'm gonna ruin my shirt.
Okay, so your hunting knife, you should have the stats for.
Yes. Let me grab that.
How much damage is that supposed to do? I believe it's 3.
It is 3.
Okay.
Okay, so I just need to roll 2.
Roll the
Or-
3.
3. Yes. I have a 2 6s and a 3.
2 6s and a 3. The 3 means nothing. The 6, you have the 2 6s now. That just means it's not very deep,
Okay.
but you do take the 2. You
Correct.
just take the 2 vigor, and it's bleeding enough. The reason you're bleeding so much is your heart's racing. You're like, I'm having to do this to myself.
Yeah.
So,
Jade's not having a good time.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I gotta roll my animal handling.
and so, okay, roll your animal handling and let me know what it is.
2 successes.
And that's what you needed, right? Okay, so you
So-
cut, you sheath your weapon, and then you kind of go like this. And then you crouch down and you going to kind of feel for his face, and and you actually feel his hair starting to. You're seeing it getting smeared with your blood.
Do eyes and ears? What are you doing?
Yeah, I would do his
All?
eyes and his
Okay, so
ears.
his whole face. You're seeing his face for the first time,
And,
but it's
yeah.
really.
Yeah, this
it's
is
not-
a dark, but
It's not a whole. It's not a whole bunch of crimson on his face
Yeah.
by definition, but you've seen a lot more when he got a hold of a rabbit
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
yeah.
So, all right.
That's what it looks like. He's definitely thinking, I'm not the only weird one.
And so, Frederick, you're seeing that everyone's seeing it, and Jeremiah's like,
Jeremiah's like the one normal one.
he's like the peppermint stick you gave him was like this long. It's gone. It is gone. She's just
Is
You're
my
like,
hair
with your bloody
glowing
hands,
or
you want
anything?
another one?
what?
Is my hair
Just-
glowing or anything?
Let's see here. How would I explain this? But what exactly are you telling him? Like, what command?
Sit.
Scout ahead and find which direction we need to go to find the pyramid.
Okay, so you're gonna go through his eyes, or you're just gonna have him scout ahead?
I guess I'll go through his eyes.
Okay, so when you make that decision, you're like, I'm gonna go with you, buddy. She just kind of lulls like this.
Am I close enough to catch her? Because I feel like I would have got pretty close when she was doing the rubbing the dog's face.
The dog doesn't want to.
Okay, so when you start going like that, you stand up, but your body's down.
Okay.
You're actually
Oh,
Out
like
of
a
bo-
separated.
out of body.
yeah, you're
Okay.
and you see Kent
Do we serve him?
growling and wanting to lunge at Tulok.
He's
Do I see his
safe.
face?
Wait, do
But
we?
you see it. You see
Oh,
the beginning of bared, bloody teeth.
okay. Then I'm gonna look at who's closest to me right now. That's
Was
not
it you?
Jade.
But
I think it was you,
me.
right?
Okay.
I would say, hey, would you take her? I don't want to upset
Yeah, I
the
would.
dog. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of back up
I
so I
whisper,
don't threaten the dog.
this is not very healthy. Don't cut yourself.
Okay, so
put a little bit.
put in consideration you cut your hand pretty deep to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you burned your hand alive.
That's just for science.
Okay, so all
This is
right.
different.
So you turn. Now, look in there. Remember, if you actually go with them.
It,
Take a fatigue despair. Is that what that is?
is it fetch under fetch retrieve?
Scout? I think it would be under scout.
I pass out, see, and hear, but can't.
No,
tell
that's
any-
if you roll a
okay.
complication.
I was like,
Yeah, that's via complication.
Yeah.
Now, I had. Oh, okay. So that's summon guard. Okay, so apologies for the wait. So I'm just gonna say you have, you can only go so far.
away from my body.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is, I'd say it's like long range. So this split is kind of, you've got, to your left, it kind of looks like two, and to your right, it looks like just a single path.
Okay.
Now, going, I'm just going to say the longer you're away from your body, the colder you feel,
Okay.
if that
Makes sense. Yeah. Yeah.
And so, after a certain amount of time, or if there's too much vigorous activity in this state, you're going to have to make some goals. So, which direction are you going to go with?
Well, first, I mean, is he like leading me, or am I just the one?
Well, because, well, actually, I'll just say you're seeing through. It's really interesting because you're seeing through his eyes, so you're seeing kind of you there, like your body's. It's really strange because you can't. Two spirits can't be in a spirit.
Okay.
So you're there seeing through his eyes, he also seeing through your eyes. So it's a trippy experience.
Yeah, I can imagine it is.
Yeah. So, so which way are you gonna kind
You
of?
said there's two to the.
There's two to the left, and there's one to the right.
I would go down the one to the right.
The one to the right. Okay.
That
Yeah.
sounds right.
Okay. You go past the
Right
light
is right.
and you start, and it kind of turns, and you start seeing light on the walls,
Okay.
and it's like these strange crystals that are causing light.
Okay. Keep going to see.
Okay. You're starting to get. This is a long wait for you guys,
Okay.
and you're starting to feel cold, and it just starts getting almost blinding, the light.
Okay, so I would go.
Now, right near the cusp of where like you feel like I can't go any further, it just kind of looks like it's bubbles, like a dead end.
Okay,
That's why it was so bright.
that's why it's so bright. Okay, so I would go back,
Back, okay.
and then I'd go down the furthest left path.
Furthest left. Okay, so roll an observation. I should have had you roll one for the other one, but it's alright.
Freebie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bubbles.
What?
I said bubbles.
You need to. Yeah.
2 successes.
Okay. You're going down this path, and then on the Kent is like sniffing to the walls, and so you kind of glance up when he glances, and there's a bunch of holes.
Okay.
Sounds like a booby trap.
Okay. But it just keeps going.
There's
Just
multiple
a bunch of
holes,
holes.
like for about 12 feet,
Okay.
and then that light starts again.
Okay. So I'd go
It's
back,
back. Okay.
and then go down the last.
The last one.
Yep.
So this one, it curves and the lights start a lot sooner. And then there's 2 giant snake sculptures that kind of, but it looks like it's a single snake with the 2 heads kind of are, and their mouths are open, and they've got a giant black gem in each mouth, and it's getting, and you can definitely see that it's opening up farther up.
I'd go back
Okay.
again.
Yeah.
And I guess before I go back into my body or whatever, I'd reach down to my pet cat.
Okay, so as you're actually you're feeling what he's feeling, kind of,
Okay.
because
Oh man.
that's what scouting is so you can actually kind of sense through
Right.
through him. So you're actually feeling your hands on his face, and you're feeling the amount of care that he has for you,
Oh.
the amount of and that he's longed to have that again, and that's the best way I can really describe a dog's feeling. And then you go back in your body.
What happens when you come back to your body?
While she was that way, her hair was starting to, like, you know when someone's underwater,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like,
That's
like
cool.
starting to go around her hat, and it's kind of glowing very, very slightly. What color is that glowing?
It's a very slight green color.
Yeah. Okay.
I would 100% see wave, and if you don't react, I'm going to touch your hair and see
Oh,
what
gosh.
it is. Not in like a weird way, but I guess it's always weird. But yeah,
So I'm assuming once I come back, my hair just kind
Yep.
of falls, and
Just fine.
I know which way we're supposed to go.
am I holding her still?
Just you're like,
Her hair falls back, just. I'm like,
oh great,
I
she
would-
gets to go on a walk with a spirit animal, and I get
and you almost
thrown
get
around
murdered.
by an axe.
It's the
Great.
yin and yang.
The yin and yang. Which way are we supposed to go then, Jade?
this one right here.
Okay. Now,
Any-
now as you're walking, you go down, and then everyone sees those crystals on the walls.
Okay.
They're giving off light.
Can I do a sorcery on them? Check and see if they're
Nobody
sorcerers.
says anything to me about my hair. Everybody's like,
A sorcery?
Just to see if they're magic.
Magic, of course. Sure, Star Wars.
they're just
I think they're just rocks at this point, but I'm already committed.
Wait, I'm a geologist.
Oh.
2 successes.
2 successes?
mining one.
Mmm.
I got the little clock.
This is whatever.
This is cool.
You didn't look at my dog with the eyebrows.
You really don't.
When I was too
Ah.
busy, like,
Oh yeah, you're like.
You definitely have never seen something like this before, or ever heard of anything like this before.
Okay.
You are getting kind of a weird vibe, but you can't really necessarily tell if it's this or just the atmosphere around you.
Gotcha.
I'll
Cool.
just put it that way.
Yeah, perfect. Jay, did you see any traps or anything up ahead that we should be looking out
Not
for?
down this path.
So as you keep going, you've got those glowing crystals that are like it's putting off a lot of light, and it's getting stronger as you keep going.
Do we want to put out our lanterns to save fuel, the oil in them?
I think that's a great idea.
Okay, so you
Shut her
once you do that, they even get brighter.
Cool. Cool.
And this light isn't messing with your eyes.
cool.
I don't know if that's good or not.
Now you've
Turn
got
back.
this opening starts to get about 12 feet wide, and then you've got that giant sculpture that's about 15 foot tall, each of them, and they're just like stone
So
snakes.
I
Do we
wanna
have to
put
step
my-
over their trunk to get past them?
Yep.
I would just reach out and touch.
Wait,
one of
before
them.
you do, I would stop you first. Be like, Jade, do you want me to do it since the gate opened when I touched it?
Go ahead, knock yourself out.
I do a really big gulp. I'm really trying to be brave, so I step forward. I put the 6-shooter back in the holster, so I have a free hand. I've still got the knife in this one.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna
Putting your hand through.
to touch the snake.
Which side?
Which side do you think I should touch?
Are you
Anybody?
saying which side?
Or should I
just-
touch the middle?
Why don't you just
I'll
reach
touch the middle.
through the middle.
Reach through it or touch the actual
Well,
snake?
I guess just reach through it and see. what's
Okay, I'll
gonna
reach through it
happen.
first and
Bites
not
you.
actually touch the snake. I'll reach through.
Let's see here.
I'm gonna get attacked. I should have touched it.
Mess around and find out.
Roll an acrobatics.
Oh, great.
Wait.
Athletics or act?
Yeah, I'll do that because
Okay.
it should. Yeah.
I mean, my athletics isn't bad actually because of the update.
Because you described your character as a super athletic guy.
Just one success.
One success. You have enough that you have a feeling you should move back, and the tip of your finger is bleeding.
Hmm.
Whoa.
You don't know why.
Okay. I just.
you felt wind
Oh.
from everywhere.
Okay. So then I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna say, something cut my finger, and I'm gonna reach down and touch the stone of the snake because the trunk goes in front of us, right? And then it comes up.
Yeah,
I don't
So I'm
like
gonna-
how you
My
call it
finger.
a trunk. Is it
it's
the body?
the body.
The body, whatever.
Yeah.
The body. So I'm gonna reach down and just touch like basically the dead middle of the body.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look up to see if there's any reaction.
You everyone hears movement of the scales, and the heads turn inward.
Towards us
No.
or towards each other.
Well, first towards you,
Okay.
and then towards the direction you're wanting to go, and then the body itself is like as they're turning is kind of rotating,
Okay.
and you're seeing the bottom of a snake.
Okay.
Hmm.
Come up.
It's rotating, so you see the bottom of a snake on it compared to being the top.
Okay. I'm gonna. Is it continually moving?
It just stopped now.
Okay.
All you're hearing is
Belly up.
it's rock moving. That's what you're hearing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say, be prepared to follow me, and I'm gonna stick my hand out over again where I got cut last time.
Nothing.
Let's move quick because last time the gate closed.
Will you go first?
Yeah, I'm gonna step over it. I'm gonna walk 5 or 6 feet.
Okay.
Anything?
Roll an observation.
Just
Well, I think we should turn around.
Yeah, you guys are like, well, that's
I'm
probably not the
leaving.
right way. 2 successes.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 is the focus.
You're looking back, and those black gems that are like the size of like bigger than it's almost like a beach ball size.
Okay.
Wow.
Like you're seeing like something black moving inside of them.
Whoa.
That's
Okay.
what you see.
But
Okay.
the snake's not moving.
It stopped moving,
Okay.
and then once he's passed though, it does start.
All right, guys, let's go. Quick.
Moving back.
Yeah. Okay. Jade would run through.
Everybody else?
Good.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I'm not staying behind. No way.
Frederick jumps with his sword.
And then Jeremiah's like.
Okay,
That
so-
is a fact. And Frederick is probably jumping through this with his sword in the air,
Oh
like these snakes in the
Yeah, whenever our backs are turned, Frederick and
Nope.
Yeah.
But his knuckles are really light right now. He's just ready
it's
to.
like, how am I supposed to punch a concrete snake?
Now, once they go back,
Are we feeling any pain or anything? Oh, praise the Lord.
now, once you guys are past there, your heart is definitely racing. You kind of make another bend, and then it just opens to a huge area.
Is it well lit?
Yeah.
So is this where the pyramid is?
Let me describe.
Oh,
the
sorry.
area.
Sorry. Go ahead. I'm excited.
We're asking questions.
You're kind of on a high rock face, and as you're looking down into what looks like a jungle that's kind of growing around, there is something in the center coming out from the canopy, a giant green pyramid. To your right, looks like there's kind of like a rock shelf that you could walk along, and there's a green bridge going to the pyramid. Now, the smell that you're hearing sounds that you're a lot more familiar with, Frederick, which would be like buzzing, croaking of frogs, birds you've never heard before. Then you're looking. Then you're like, why am I able to see? You look up, and it looks like the whole dome of it are those crystals.
Wow.
And when I say this area, like
Is this all forest plant life too?
Yeah, it looks
like
down,
all.
yes.
Okay.
And right about now you're seeing something flying, and you're looking at it doesn't have feathers.
Great.
It's got a long beak, and the back of its head looks like it's a beak too.
Oh, it's a pterodactyl.
Doesn't
Does
it
it see us?
You can roll.
Jade at first was excited
Wait,
about the
what am I
plants, but not so much anymore.
Let's see here. Let's do a lore.
No.
Look, I'll fight a lot of things, but dinosaurs might be.
One success.
One success. You've seen something like that in your studies, and the guy who drew it, which was in like 1840, made it look kind of. I'm surprised that it's shared this. I'll share it with you guys.
Putting
This is
scary bird.
flipping hilarious. What they thought they looked like.
Did they
Oh.
just skin wrap the skeleton?
No. Be ready for this. Hopefully it sends. Here, I'll just hand it around. You guys got it? Did you get it, Jeff?
Oh my gosh.
Here we go. What the?
It's a big rat.
Yeah.
I like the long necky guy.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Yeah. But
The tongue that it has sticking out of its mouth and the long neck.
yeah,
it's like,
so you're thinking of this, and they're like, they totally got that wrong because you've seen fossils, like,
Studies, yeah.
and you're like, oh no.
Oh no.
And it's far off, and it looks big.
oh my gosh.
Does it seem like it notices us?
No, not at the moment. But, and so then you're looking down,
Yeah.
and it looks like it's not a dome. It looks like it's be more of like a flying saucer shape. Like you've got a dome up top, and then opens up farther below you, and you don't know how far this thing goes.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Like that you.
Flint saucer shape.
No, it's the best way I can describe it.
Aliens.
Because you have a dome, you have
And
a
then
dome,
the big outer.
the big ring, and then but if you look down below you, it looks like the jungle just keeps going underneath you.
Oh, I see.
If that makes
Like it kind of just keeps
Yeah.
going.
Yeah, like
Yes.
we're on a lip. We're on a precipice. Yeah.
Okay,
uh,
well,
if anyone wants to roll an observation to see what you see
Yeah.
below you,
100%.
yeah.
Who's got the best? Because I'm definitely gonna roll.
Observation?
Nobody else is. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna roll.
I think mine's an
Okay.
8.
I'll roll to assist her to see whatever I can
Yeah,
see.
I'll
I have
help.
2 successes.
or 2 successes.
I want
two
to help
successes.
as well.
Okay, with your, I'll just have one person like roll. You can roll a single die and to see if you add a success.
Yeah, 2 successes.
Okay, cool. So that's 4 total. You're looking over the edge, and like the jungle canopy is like 20 feet below you. And you see something very large moving, like wrapping itself around a tree and up.
Oh no.
So you both notice it, and it has to be close to like 5 feet in diameter. The body of this serpent,
Okay.
and it just looks like it's moving in the canopy.
Oh, it's
so,
moving.
put in consideration a snake that large in a tree that's able to.
Tree's
so,
gotta be huge.
So how tall,
Tall
how
the
wide
canopy.
is the tree?
It's gotta be tall.
Yeah. So that means it goes way down.
When I came down from Alaska, I would have come through California. Would I have seen any of the sequoia forest, the great sequoias on my way?
You possibly would have. So this, you're kind of seeing this, but you're like the trunks of these trees. Like this is crazy. This
Yeah,
is
crazy big.
yeah.
Tree of life.
I'm gonna say 2 things. First thing, Frederick, don't look over the side. Second thing, these
I
are the
was just
largest
gonna
trees
look.
I've ever seen.
I think we should stay out of the trees if we can.
And then I'm gonna look over at the bridge.
But then I'm gonna look at that flag.
I
thing,
grab-
so-
Yeah.
I grab Frederick by the face. I go, "Do not look. Whatever you do, don't look at the big scary snakes in the trees."
That's so funny.
Oh.
And then I let go and say, "Okay, good job."
That's so funny.
Well, okay, so I guess we would start going
Sure.
right to start going down the
Okay.
stairs.
So
to the
you're
bridge.
kind of going around this rock ridge. If you know the
Yeah.
reference. Yeah. So you keep going, and everyone's like you're all like keeping an eye on everything around you. There's strange writing on beside you, like it's not hieroglyphics, and it's not
Is
Sumerian.
it raised at all?
It's indented.
So Jade would take out her
But it's along the
the
whole
whole.
as you're
Is it
going.
can't
is it
sharpen the whole
is it enough to get a sample?
Yeah, you could totally get some samples.
Okay.
is.
Now, what area would you are you right when you come out? Are you taking
I
a
would-
sample or
I
farther
would
down?
probably be a distance in,
Okay.
so it wouldn't be the very beginning.
I'm
But
taking notes.
Okay.
we'd take a couple samples,
Okay.
like
Um,
a
Too
handful
much
of
just
pages.
watching the giant scary bird.
You're actually having reminiscent, like almost fear, because you're like, is that a thunderbird?
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, but then you're just like, but a thunderbird has feathers, and I can definitely tell it doesn't have feathers. And then it swoops down and it goes underneath the shelf.
Go 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 go!
Like underneath the shelf. So where is it going? Because there's still room.
Yeah.
Run 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 run!
Yeah.
So but then that thought comes in, like, is there more opening higher up for it to actually? So you're let's see here. What is your linguistics?
I have a 6.
Really
Mine's
low?
an 8.
Yeah.
You have an 8. Okay. Just roll me a linguistics, please.
What's his?
Mine is
not-
trash.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was gonna say he know nothing.
Are you having fun, Jeff?
Linguistics.
Wait, do you want me to roll it? Because I have an 8.
Can he roll it?
Or is
I-
it?
I
Oh,
want
is she
success.
looking like the?
Because she's doing
Oh, okay.
the rubbings.
Okay, I have 1 success.
One
Yeah.
success. Okay, so take a combat dice.
Oh.
Roll a single combat dice for me. What number?
4.
A 4. Okay, so you get pretty good amount of rubbings, but you're like you're not noticing anything other than that.
Okay.
So this walk, which you thought would take maybe like 10 minutes, is taking like over a half an hour to get there.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh. Okay.
So, does it resemble the Thunderbird in a good way? Because Tulok's people were fans of the Thunderbird.
No,
It doesn't have feathers
it,
in
it,
it.
it
Right.
just it's just big,
You're
like a
just-
thunder.
Oh,
That's
just
what
the
the
size
yeah,
of
the
it.
size.
Okay, gotcha.
The size.
Okay.
Now,
It's a giant bat.
I love that.
It's
With
vampires.
big teeth.
yep. So you make it to the beginning of the bridge, and you're looking at it, and you're like, looks like it's a strange green crystal that is growing from the side to the pyramid. Now the pyramid looks like it's far away from you, and you get to go on this. The bridge itself looks like it narrows to a point because of how the distance.
Oh, okay.
And as you're looking, you're seeing at the peak of the pyramid. It looks like it definitely has a point, but it's like looks clear compared to the green. And there's like a light going that just started.
Whoa. Before we.
Everyone roll.
Oh,
Is it
a
a
discipline.
jade color?
it's the jade color. that was really funny.
Where's my success? This is
I had 1 success.
2 successes.
Okay, 1 success.
Very good. Was it discipline?
Yep.
Where's my discipline? There it is. 1 success.
1 success.
Okay. Frederick.
Bring it.
Oh, just 1.
Okay. You gained a momentum.
Nice.
You just needed a single success, but you all like you began to salivate when it pulsed like that the first time. Then the second time you wanted to retch. The third time, like it was almost like you were tasting blood. But then it just kind of subsided after you kind of fought it off.
And it just continues to.
Yep. And that
Can I
Do I-
still see Kemp because he had blood on him, or has he like?
after that, the blood like
Okay.
it kind of wore off.
Okay.
I'll just put it that way.
I'm gonna kneel before we walk onto the bridge and touch it and just see if anything happens with my hand. So I'm still on the rock shelf, but I'm just touching the.
Oh, before you step on foot on it. Okay. When you place your hand on it, roll absolutely nothing. You just feel cold.
Okay.
Under your hand.
Cold. Like taking the heat, or just like it is cold.
Cold compared to the atmosphere around you. Because it's humid. All of you are sweating more than you were before.
Right.
Because it's humid hot.
I would be happy with the cold.
Yes,
Louisiana summer.
Yeah, it's Louisiana summer with death all around.
Do I recognize
It's a
those
spicy
feelings?
weekend.
Those feelings.
Like from prior Ghoul Nights?
Not exactly.
I'd like you to keep all your ghoulish tendencies
Yeah.
to yourself.
It's not. It's not. It's definitely not the same.
Okay.
This is. Yeah.
Okay, Javid.
It's like affecting the lizard part of our brains.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna
Javid
look at
start
Jaden.
walking
Yeah. I
across the
start
bridge.
following her.
Okay.
Pretty close to her, probably.
Now you. Oh, 1 second. Let me.
Great.
Roll initiative.
Bird.
No, it's
Snake.
So like definitely would have compared the size of the bird to his 6-shooter.
It just flies
Okay,
down, picks
um,
Jeremiah up.
You glance back at Jeremiah when that happened. And he looks a little.
Ooh.
I don't know. Did he fail his discipline check?
He just doesn't look as happy as he was before, and he wasn't very happy in the first place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's still
I feel
coming.
like at this point, I'm gonna pull out a cigarette and light it, and I'm also gonna pull out another one and hand it to Jeremiah.
He grabs it as fast as he can.
Yeah.
he likes it. Okay.
It's like, I'm never coming on anything ever again. I don't care how much I like them.
All right. Well, I'm gonna as we walk towards the pyramid.
Now, just remember, there is no
Guardrails.
guardrail,
So it's like single file.
and
Oh, I hate this.
it.
Do you have a fear of heights?
No, you're.
No.
Okay.
You can. About 3 people can walk like
Okay.
like abreast. Like, so it's like.
We'd probably still go single file.
Ish.
Yeah.
No, you've definitely got that weird. Because as you're walking, you can. The canopy looks like it's going lower,
Oh, okay.
but you know how tall everything is, and so you're only seeing. It looks like half, if not less, of that pyramid that's there.
Okay. So Tulok's gonna say, before we go any further. Well, actually, let me ask you, how long is the length of rope I've got? Because my people and I have walked across ice shelves before, and we always spread out 6 to 8 feet with the rope tied between us in case someone drops.
I'm gonna say it's you got about just like in D&D, you got a 50-foot rope.
Okay. That would be enough, I think, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us. Yeah, that would be enough rope. I'm gonna look at everyone and say, my people, when we walk across the ice shelves, you never know where there's a crevasse or a ravine you could fall through. Yes. And it can be a fatal drop. So what we do is we tie a rope and we all stay about 6 feet apart. So if one of us falls, the rest of us can catch the weight and they won't fall to their doom. I think we should try that, but the problem with that is if that giant bird grabs one of us, we're all tied to the rope. So I think we should put it up to a vote. I have just enough rope here that we can do this for safety. I think it's up to you guys, though. But I did want to offer that.
It's big enough for us to walk on.
But what if it shatters, or what if whenever it gets skinny? Or what if the strong wind blows and grabs whoever's in the front? Gee,
How would there be any wind?
there was magic wind that cut my finger in the cave.
You just said
Finger
you cut
cutting
your
wind.
finger. You didn't tell me there was wind.
Well, I didn't know what it was, but it sounded like wind.
What'd you say, Frederick?
I said at this point, anything can happen.
That's true.
Can you grab the minis?
I don't know if
Or-
I want to be.
The entire being was just rocked by a light.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to be tied. We can do it if that's what you guys want, but
I'm
You
gonna
can
pull out
also
the
run
rope.
across the bridge really fast.
yeah,
We can do that.
I'm okay with that.
We're just gonna sprint across a.
Single file.
Someone trips, goes
Slide.
down.
I feel like running into something with magical protection is maybe not our best bet.
I don't
Okay,
think you're the best person to like give magic advice to walk.
Someone could keep an eye out
Yeah,
I
for the
think
birds.
maybe you're right, but so far the snakes so far have liked me a little bit, except for the one that tried to eat me.
I
killed
just
a
watched
snake.
you like about choke to death in the cave when you were trying to use your magic axe.
This is not the magic axe.
And look at your
talking.
eyes. Look at your
I
eyes.
can't look at my eyes.
Look at your eyes.
I can't look at my eyes.
Can't see my forehead.
We're definitely having this like argument. Everybody's like,
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm gonna stop and go. Whatever it is you think is best is fine. I was just trying to offer some suggestions.
You're right. We're all just a little frazzled.
I can keep an
Okay,
eye out for
as
the bird.
as the game master, I'm having so much fun because you guys are so freaked out right now. I love it.
We're having a good time.
I can keep an eye out for the bird.
I
If
don't
we
think
do
it's
the
a
rope.
bird.
Well, does everyone have a
Whatever
knife?
it is.
What if everyone has a knife and if the rope becomes a danger, you just cut
Just
it?
hold the knife out and fly into it.
I don't know if the little knives will kill it, but that's a good thought. Fine, let's use the rope.
Wait, my knife is poisonous though.
I mean, the rope is a good idea. It's a good idea.
Okay, so then
It's
I'm
safe.
gonna offer one end to Jade, and then I'll wrap myself in it and offer it behind me to probably Cedric's, who's still behind me.
Right.
Okay, so then we pass it to Frederick and
Yep.
Jeremiah.
Jade would touch her necklace. Like, have it help hold it.
I was guessing she probably would.
I have like white knuckle on my little knife.
Now, just remember, if the bird comes to steal one of us, If it's the person in between you and somebody else, cut your rope.
See ya.
I know that sounds heartless, but I would want you to cut the rope and let it take me so you guys don't get dragged off in a giant snake.
Wouldn't we have a better chance of all of us?
No, because what if we weigh the bird down and land down there in the woods? Then we're really in trouble.
Who says that down there would be trouble?
Well, the giant
big
snakes. Maybe they're really friendly, but I don't think they are at this
They
point.
think they're friendly.
Yeah, they probably
They're handing out hugs.
with their teeth.
I'm not looking forward to getting hugged by any snakes.
Oh, God,
Thank
just
you.
crush your bones in your body.
Okay, so as you're going, you can have your you're gonna have a lot of time.
Okay.
It's
Here comes Santa Claus.
it's actually pretty.
Santa, how did you get down here?
Okay, so is there anything eventful on our long walk other than sweat?
Well, I'm giving you guys time to like you're prepping for.
Okay.
Well, this just gives me time to set this up a little bit.
Okay, so as we're walking, I'm gonna double check that all my bullets are in their various slots. Make sure that I'm ready. I'm gonna look around at the team to make sure you guys are doing as well as you
Jane's
could.
in the front, so she's just like, I gotta keep walking. We're tied to rope.
Okay.
If I get taken
I'm
by
cutting
this
my rope.
bird,
I'm
I
cutting
have
my
a
rope.
particular set of skills.
Yep. Now you are noticing that there's no nothing growing on this bridge,
Okay.
whereas
just
everything else looked like things were growing like
moss and
algae and stuff like that.
does when we're walking across, does it make noise? Like, or is it just like normal ground, or is it like a different sound?
You're
Sticky shoes in the hallway.
you're well over halfway, and that's when you start noticing the sound. You're like, it's like a
Like
tinny,
glass?
like almost like glass,
Okay.
but it sounds like it echoes, but then the echo stops. It's like it's
It's a very
it's
big
like a
room.
like a sound thing is going on with whatever this material is.
Okay. So since we're over halfway, because Jade brought her buffalo rifle,
Mhm.
she has it on her back, she would kind of like slide it around to the front. Because she wouldn't like just have it on the front.
Okay,
It's
so
too-
you have a run in the chamber, but the action is not live.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chulok would ask if anyone has any binoculars or anything that can see ahead to the pyramid.
No.
How do you
none
know
of
what
it is.
binoculars?
Damn.
Well, seeing glasses and stuff. He would know what that is.
It like existed.
She
Like,
has a
I was
monocle.
like, do they exist?
yeah, a monocle.
Cool. On the big pyramid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to pay your despair?
Yep.
We're all gonna keep walking though, yeah? Since we're
As
tied
long
to
as
rope.
you feel like you
Where-
can walk and use it
Yeah,
at the
no,
same
I'm
time.
good. Boom.
You still have one. Like a despair stays, so you still have another one from the last time you used it.
Wait, I didn't get it back on that rest.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that sucks. But anyway.
Despair and fatigue are different.
Okay.
So, you bring the monocle up, and you're like third in line.
Mm-hmm.
You're almost blinded by this strange greenish vapor that's everywhere. Like, and it's glowing.
Oh, it's
There's
cool.
like, but but you're like you look down and like everything seems to be seeping from the pyramid itself. Like and whenever that light pulses, it's almost blinding.
Mm.
And you see Kent is actually, as Jade is walking, it looks like he's between her legs.
Like in the
But you're not. You don't have your legs open for
Right.
that. But that's the way he is. His ears are perked, and and then you see Tulok.
Oh no! Volcano.
You see Burro
Oh no.
floating around. You see that hotel guy. He's like, and you actually this is the first time you actually are hearing
Really?
in it. You're hearing it, and then the woman, she's screaming at the top of her lungs, and they're all just kind of swirling around him, and the axe itself is like like it's ablaze in flame. Because that's looking ahead.
He's like, I'm right in front of you too.
Yes,
so you're
so that's
like,
what you're seeing. Yeah, and like they're like moving through you. Yeah.
You're like,
Shokin takes this one.
So, do you look anywhere in any specific direction other than that?
Okay, you said I looked at the floor. It's all going up to the pyramid. I
It's
looked
like
at his.
the energy keeps coming, like all the green. It's coming from there. It's like seeping out, like dry ice. It's coming out like
Gotcha.
that, and then the pinnacle of the pyramid itself, whenever it pulses, it looks like there's like another puff.
Can I turn around and look at the inscription? Going around
It's really far away now.
the dang.
But
Then
when
probably
you,
not,
when you
then.
glance, when it pulses, it looks like
Like it lights up.
it lights, but it's like spinning.
oh, okay.
Oh.
is Lady Death holding Frederick's hand?
Now, it's Frederick. So he's embraced, and you see the veil next to his head.
As I'm looking through, I go.
Hey, is Jeremiah a zombie behind him? I'm kind of concerned he's going to latch onto Frederick's back.
You see Jeremiah. You just see.
Well, Jeremiah.
Yeah. Now like as you guys are going, like you know how when you're walking through mist, like a fog, and it kind of flows away from you.
Yeah.
Once all of you. Your whole line, it's not going in between you,
Oh, so it's like.
Wait.
but it's looking like it's wanting to.
But maybe the rope's connecting us and stopping it?
So yeah, that's what you see,
Push me.
Okay, then I'll just.
and you just kind of have to clear your vision. And I
Don't
would
lose
usually have you
lights.
roll a discipline for what you saw looking at Tulop, but you've already seen that before. But now you saw those two with it. You're like, yeah.
Would you tell me or just let me like
I
be blissfully ignorant?
just. You got some problems, man.
You've got a lot of
It's-
baggage.
It's. I don't know if I want to tell you.
You'll just sit on it for now.
But I'll probably explain that I saw the green smoke and without going into that whole monologue.
Okay. Now, as you're getting closer, you're almost to where the entrance is, and it looks like a serpentine mouth that you'd be going into, and you're on its tongue.
Whoa.
Okay.
Are we close to where the fangs are? Are there fangs?
They're fangs, but they're pillars.
Okay.
So it's okay. So it doesn't have like the emerald eyes or blue gem eyes.
Well,
okay,
the eyes are black,
right,
but
they're
the thing's
not.
huge. It's
Okay,
like
okay,
50
cool.
feet
So
wide.
it's not
Then
gonna-
we'd keep on going.
Yeah. Now, as you crest under this mouth, the area, it looks like you go through, and those fangs, as you're passing by, you're looking. They actually were turning into snake bodies. They were going like farther in, and so they're next to you, and they're 12, 15 feet tall. So and then you're going in and you're smelling incense.
Okay.
Um,
At this point, I think it's safe to take off the rope.
okay.
Everybody okay with that?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'll wrap it up and throw it back in my belt wherever I keep it.
Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna say that you guys are entering from that side.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do a quick reference. See how there's a large area there,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a wall here.
Okay.
There are entrances, but I'll put those in later. Now, after you pass, now this opening is 20, 30 feet wide. You see a bunch of that, like, beautiful artwork, but when you're looking at it, you get an eerie feeling. Like, no human should see this. It's like like a feeling inside your bones that you're like, I shouldn't be allowed to see this.
Okay.
Okay.
And like the deepest parts of you are like, this is bad.
How's the axe feeling right now?
I'll ask him.
I'm not gonna ask him directly. I'm not gonna ask him directly, but I am gonna send my feelings towards the axe and see what I feel in return.
Roll a discipline.
Oh no! Remind myself of this word.
Scout and just
Get-
can't.
2 successes.
2 successes. It wants to do something.
Can I tell what it wants to do?
I wonder what.
Harm.
It wants to do damage.
Okay.
And it also feels, you feel malice towards you still.
She didn't follow through.
So, now as you're going through, you're getting closer to this wall. There's now as you're stepping, it's all out of that crystalline, like the bridge was. So that weird tinging echo is in every single step. But you also have like farther that way is like thicker dust. But where you're walking is clear.
Clear. Okay, like footsteps.
Like
again.
footsteps.
Okay.
So I apologize for I'm going to be getting close that way.
While you do that, I'm going to tell everyone the axe did say our enemies were ahead, so be on guard. They could be anywhere around here.
And it just keeps going this way.
Oh, so
More-
you're like at a wall and it goes.
Yeah, like I'm talking like, and this is you just entered at the almost near the top of the pyramid. You're
It's still
like
huge.
300 some feet.
Okay. So we can distinctly see the path more traveled.
Yeah. Now there's an indent about there, and an indent about there that looks like there's openings.
We can tell that. Okay.
Because now also the structure of this building it's giving you like the EBGBs because the angles look like they're perfectly square, but some of them are like a slight tilt, and it kind of gives you like almost vertigo when you turn your head too fast. So
I think we should go where we've seen Luther. And I kind of gesture to the floor where the dust is. Not.
I'm going to nod and kind of just look around the room, see if I can see anything else.
observation, please.
I can't imagine we're all standing
Yeah.
straight behind the door.
Jeremiah just died.
Is this a 1 or 20?
That's 20.
The 20 is the picture.
Yep. Definitely a critical fail.
Yeah?
Yep. Definitely. There's not even a doubt in my
It
mind.
honestly makes sense that you would
It's
do that.
at least once every game. Honestly, I'm just glad it
He's just
wasn't when I was
thinking
throwing
this
the
is a
axe.
big building.
Okay, so
I'm just glad it wasn't when we were getting shut down.
I'm gonna say that you actually kind of split off. You're starting to look
Great.
like
Okay.
closer to this wall.
Okay.
You actually touch the wall itself.
Okay.
Roll an acrobatics for me.
Oh no!
Do a flip.
Dad, make it be a roll. Let's see what's changed.
Keep in mind, you still have.
Yep.
around and find out.
Still not great, even with the update.
That is science.
Would you like to take a single dread, sir?
No.
No more, please.
Just one success.
You barely dodge out of the way as something pops out of the wall.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa! Oh. These are like 3-foot spikes that
3 feet.
like 3 foot long, and you're like, what you do is you turn and it like you feel it like rubbing on your face, and what you were actually touching was like like when you got closer, you noticed that all of this. What's the name of it? But it's like a sculpture that's in the stone.
Okay.
You were like touching what it looked like, because you all came up on the center of it. It was difficult until you were close up. You thought it was just all pattern, but it's all sculpture of all these different individuals that are standing like men but aren't men. Whoa. So you were touching and you were feeling the scales on a guy's arm.
Ooh.
Snake man.
Snake people.
Whoa.
That
So I'm gonna
sucks,
So we can
Frederick.
assume that there's maybe traps throughout.
Well, I'm gonna step back and say
He
nobody
touched,
touched
he,
the walls.
He touched the biggest one with the largest headdress.
Oh, well.
Oh, so I probably touched someone
Oh.
really important. Okay, so I'm gonna step back away from the wall, like in between the spikes, safely. Nobody touched the architecture. And also, did anyone else notice that these people have scales?
Now,
I'm trying not to.
now everyone is kind of
Write
noticing
it
that.
down.
So yeah. Okay.
Are the spikes made out of any special material, or are they just metal?
They look like the metal that the bars were made out of.
Do I recognize these people?
Is there any
Studies.
blood anywhere here of like a booby trap that actually got somebody?
No.
Oh.
Looking at these spikes, there's no blood on them at all.
Not even mine.
Nope.
Okay, well then, let's
Okay.
get out of this.
So which
spooky
way are
room.
you gonna go?
Probably the one with the tracks. Or they both. You can both. Oh no. I don't want to cut
Right is
myself
right.
again.
What?
Right is right. I have no
Okay.
idea.
Right
I'm just
is
saying
right.
So we think right? We'll go right.
that. Mm-hmm. Or
Well,
left is right.
Does anyone else have any cool magic tricks to scout ahead? Because I'm a little nervous to try mine again.
don't
Yeah.
want-
Okay. I'll just ask the Lady Death. Okay, go.
The lady.
Should we go left or right? What do you think?
I know.
That wasn't very romantic.
No,
Dark,
it
yes.
wasn't. But I'm feeling not very romantic right now.
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay.
say.
Just
I-
roll.
I'm under a lot of pressure.
Roll a persuade, please.
We've still got 2 momentum.
Yeah.
I wouldn't use them here. But we got them when we need them.
What? Oh, momentum?
Yeah.
No. Okay. 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. She's like, I've never been here. I'm not allowed to be here. Well, more correctly, the people that have lost their lives here don't belong to me.
Okay.
But
Are you?
Snake God.
No.
but I have a feeling that
What?
both ways lead the same.
Okay.
I kind of thought so too, but I figured I'd ask because my friends are nervous and antsy like me right now. I think I'm surprised even you're feeling that way. I just figured you're more courageous than me right now.
She's like, you feel like her embracing you, like trying to console you, but it's not gonna.
You're not
Dude.
gonna feel any better.
Do I feel any connection to these people or this place at all through the
No.
axe? Okay.
No way, shape, or form.
Okay, cool.
At least not that you know,
Hey, yo.
Okay.
or yet, or anything like that. I'm just like,
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, well, let's go.
Well,
Alright, right.
I guess we'll go
I mean,
right.
Right.
I give you guys the like Reader's Digest version of that
okay,
info.
okay.
Okay,
Alright.
let's go right.
Who's going first?
I wouldn't mind.
All right.
I'm intrigued.
Alright.
Cedric's intrigued because it's just.
Everybody's like,
Mm.
Cedric up front.
I'll go with you, buddy.
So, I guess.
I'm not getting
Jade-
near you after seeing the.
Yeah, no kidding. I guess Jade then would be in the middle at that point.
Okay, so
Okay.
Takes you up front.
you're going through there. As you're going up, it looked like there was a door.
Okay.
Now remember, the walls themselves are made out of that strange material, but the doors are. You're going closer to it, and it just like it was flesh opening up, it moves out of the way.
Okay.
Like the door does.
Yeah.
I had my ballad.
Like when we
I
get
go
close
sing.
to it, it just.
Yeah.
I do a little bow and I say, "Thank you, creepy snake people." Real loud
No.
so Frederick can hear it.
Now,
Don't think those snakes.
So,
now the room kind of looks like it does like a weird turn
Okay.
and back. Now, as you're walking through, there's iconography everywhere
Okay.
of like sacrifices.
Oh,
Now that, and you then that's it's just, but it's like an empty room that just kind of depicts that.
Mm.
okay.
I
That'd be
think
one
we
of
have
those rooms that you walk kind of fast through.
Oh yeah, definitely. You're
Yeah.
yeah.
I think we have to sacrifice.
Right behind a sprint.
Okay, so as
you have a dagger for that.
and
I
it
nominate Turlock.
turns again, and then there's another door, and it opens up before you, and there's about a 5-foot distance. You kind of look, and it's like a hallway,
Okay.
but a dead end to your right, and multiple of those doors to your right, and to your left. Looks like there's another opening, just straight ahead. Well, not an opening, but another one of those doors.
Okay.
Do you go left or right?
That's a good question. I'm gonna look back at everybody and ask if they have a preference on which direction we go. But if it's up to me, I think Cedric's in front of me, but if it's up to me, I would go left.
So one door on the left, multiple on the right.
Now the one to the left is like facing different from you. This one is like against the against the wall. If that
Right.
makes sense.
Oh, okay. Maybe
I
the
guess it
right.
doesn't hurt to
It's
knock on
it's
one.
so simple, really. Go left. The ones to the right are more problems.
But what if the left is
More
one big
doors, more
problem?
problems. I like it.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. Thank you, boss.
Thank you, boss.
Thank you, boss.
But what if the
Alright.
right is like a Price is Right thing and it opens up and it's
Yeah,
like a
and
new
there's like a whole
Kia?
other
How much
dimension.
is this?
Or a whole
Then
other
you're like,
dimension or
Okay,
something.
so anything that opens, anything that's in one of these rooms is something we're probably gonna have to kill, or it's gonna kill us. So
I don't know, it might be another axe.
Good God, no.
I think one is enough, and
They're
if there is
dueling,
another
they're at
one,
war.
you get the other one too.
You don't need another axe. I've seen what you've done.
Did you actually say that?
Alright, well then we're gonna go left.
Okay. So
What
as
are
you
you
get
doing?
closer to that door,
Mm-hmm.
it opens up.
Right. I'm expecting
Now,
guys.
this straight ahead of you, it looks like there's a spiral staircase going down, and then to the right, there's a spiral staircase going up.
Where are we
You
going?
walk a little bit, you look a little bit farther to your right, and there's another one of those conjoined snakes facing each other, like over your shoulder, roughly the same size.
From where I just came from, so I just passed them? Or like down the right?
You go through this door, and you kind of you
Oh, I
have to
see.
look back. It's a larger space that you just kind of went into.
Okay, I'm gonna say, hey everyone, hold up. I'm gonna look around. There's right outside this door. There's more snakes, like what we encountered in the hall. They're rock ones, Frederick. They're just rock.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, but it's
Dang it.
you wouldn't be going towards the snake.
It'd be away from
It's
Oh,
away
We're
from.
going towards the
Okay.
stairs.
Okay, well then towards the stairs we go. Never mind.
Okay.
Do we want to go up or down? Do I know anything about the layout of this pyramid from the axe? Is it similar
It
to
just
the
went
one?
to the peak.
Yeah, it didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I say we don't go down.
I
because
agree.
I think we need to go
the giant
down.
snake you guys talked about.
Well, they're either going to sacrifice everybody on the tippy top, which is where the glowing was coming from, I think, or they're going to sacrifice everybody in the bottom, which is going to feed the glowing thing at the top.
Oh no! Have you ever seen Mayan pyramids? Like the way that they.
It's at the top.
Yeah, that's where
Oh,
they do
yeah.
the sacrifices. That's what I'm saying.
Is it a point or is it
How-
like flat
how
at the
would-
top where
how
they would
would
do
they-
It's,
sacrifice?
it was
The point
flat.
was
There was like
clear.
Where the room
sacrificial.
was stairs.
Oh,
So
okay.
How would
So,
they
like,
do
you could be
whatever
in
up
it.
to the top?
Walking up the
There's no-
stairs?
On it.
You're gonna
Yeah,
carry
in it.
bodies?
No, they're
All up the
alive when you
stairs?
walk them up to sacrifice. They're
I say we
still alive.
I'm talking
Sacrifice
about if
Tulok
you're
at the top.
sacrificing them in the bottom. Like, I think you're right. They're at the top.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh,
leave.
you're agreeing with me.
Open
Okay.
Tulok, I don't want to see what comes out.
Well,
Well,
It might
not
help
talk
us.
about killing Tulok yet. Yet. Also, has anyone checked on Jeremiah lately? I'm
I
gonna
want to
look back
investigate if he peed his pants.
He did not.
Well, he just needs another
Did
smoke,
not, but
so
his-
I'll go ahead.
Like he actually has burns on his finger because he actually like
Let the
sucks
suck-
that cigarette dry. Yeah, he's like
I'll give him another one.
he like
I've
he
a light
lights it,
cigar.
and he's like he is not.
But he's not like drooling or anything.
Why do you think he's drooling?
I'm just
Because of
making
the
sure he's not
hunger
turning
thing.
into a zombie. Yeah, I just want to make sure he didn't fail his discipline check. We don't know.
I feel like if
A
anybody
light
did turn to a
turn?
zombie, it's me.
Okay.
This is awesome.
So,
Up or down?
It is pretty great.
Down.
so I think we're gonna find a lot of cool stuff at the bottom, but I think we should check the top while we're closer because it's gonna be a long trip down.
So if you
Is there just a big tunnel? Maybe
So
just-
as you're going closer to the spiral staircase, it looks like the belly of a snake
Okay.
that you'd be walking up.
Ooh.
Are you serious?
Before we start walking on, I'm just gonna reach down and touch it and see if it reacts to pressure or living things.
It feels like you were touching the belly of a snake that's that big, but it's still
Does it feel warm this time instead of cold?
no. But it's still made out of fat.
Okay.
It's the same sensation that you had with
Those
those.
statues, yeah. It feels just like the statues we passed. Everybody ready to go up?
I am.
I'm already walking
I
up.
do have one question though.
Yeah.
From Jeffrey to DM, is everything like? Are there seams where things have slotted together, or is this all like? It's like it looks like it's been caulked together, like there are no seams.
When you were on the outside, it looked like there were seams, but once you entered, there is no seams anymore.
Whoa.
Okay,
That's a good question.
that's what I kind of figured. That I feel like that would kind of boggle my mind. All right.
Yeah, it looks like it's grown together, or
Oh, I was
it's
gonna
here.
say carved from one giant stone. But okay.
Well, yeah. Either way, it's still pretty spooky.
Oh yeah.
So I'm definitely walking up the stairs. I'm on full alert here. So
Yeah.
Now you're going up, and you come to a. Now this is the size of the area you're in.
very convenient.
1 second.
You got spike trap.
These are actually sharp. That's cool.
So I can actually stick menus to it.
They'll never be the same.
So, actually, you're over there. And then there's
That would be by Jeremiah now.
So Frederick's in the rear, or you guys are in the rear?
We're in the rear.
Frederick, you're in the middle now. Jaden and Jeremiah are in the back, and me and Cedric are in front.
Oh, okay.
That. So there's an opening to the side, and there's a larger opening that way. That's roughly as far as you guys can see at the moment. I'm gonna go by visually what you guys can see.
Okay.
Now, the depictions on the walls here look like they've. The only way I can really put it is time has changed them. Like, so you're like
Weathered or
not weathered, like they've morphed. So you've got like perfectly pristine in one area, and then it's not farther into certain areas.
Weird.
Interesting.
Okay.
Now it's almost like the architect either gained ability or lost ability,
Okay.
and it's still, and you're looking at it. Somebody roll me a linguistics or
Nice.
a lore.
Mine's an 8. So
yeah, mine's an 8. My lore has a focus of 1.
I don't know what my has to check.
Both of those are 6s for me.
So you're out. Are yours any good, Frederick?
I got an 8 in lore.
Oh, my
We have the
lore's an
same.
11 with a focus of 1.
Yeah, there
Oh,
you go.
really?
Hey.
Okay.
How about you do it?
So this will be lore.
And someone could roll
2 successes.
Okay.
That's what we like to see.
What you're kind of surmising is this culture was grandioso,
Okay.
encompassing a large area, and then you're connecting what he had told you in the cave, that they got confined here. They weren't able to escape, so it started to deteriorate their abilities, their numbers, but they remain.
Yeah. Just so everybody knows, looks like the people that came here are still here. And whatever's left of, they used to be something great, but whatever's left is not the same. But it's still here.
Are you speaking in riddles?
It's just dumbfounded. What? No, I'm telling you, they're still here. Whatever they've become, they used to be people, a great people, and now
Is this a riddle?
It sounds like you're saying like a really weird riddle, dude. Like just, I'm trying to follow you.
the people here not good people no
Yeah, there
more.
you go.
I was like,
Okay, so
what?
you've got
Is this a riddle you read off the wall?
those 3 openings. Which way will you be going?
I would personally go for the one directly in front of us, but I'm easy to talk into a different one. I'm kind of following Cedric here.
Sounds good to me. Cedric?
Can we see down the one directly in front of us? At
You
least a little bit
you
away.
step forward and it starts to light up because it looks like the room is starting to glow. It's a larger area.
Does the light respond to us?
It seems it does.
So either the light is got a motion sensor and there's nothing else up there,
Oh my
this
god.
is Nathan, not Tillock, or
It's
said I shut
They
up.
have
Oh,
garage
this is
doors
a-
too.
There's a mechanism that senses movement. The lights turn on.
What's the Wi-Fi password?
That's so funny. You've been
Maybe it's on
talking
the
into
clapper.
luck all night. How would we know you were just talking as Nathan?
Yeah, that's a good point.
He says it as T-Lock.
So
We're like,
that's-
what the
that's
heck's
roughly-
a motion sensor?
That's what we're like. Motion
So
sensor.
that's
Sensor.
that's
that
kind
another
that's what you
riddle?
see through there.
Is that another riddle?
Okay. So it's like a big room with multiple doors. Or like a hallway with multiple doors.
Are you having fun with the terrain, Jeff?
Yeah. It looks real crazy.
I'm sorry that's not green. I made normal dungeon tiles for
Yeah,
everything.
for everything.
Yeah.
So
That's fine.
I really hope
Well, I mean,
so.
had we fallen into the forest, you could have pulled out your swamp tiles.
Yeah, I know.
Scary.
I walk in.
You just step in.
Gosh dang it. 2 logs right behind him like a nitwit, probably, but that's okay. Are y'all coming with?
I roll an observation for me.
Woman forward.
You want to or you want me to?
You probably have better
I
observation,
can do it then.
But you went
I'm in the
first.
head, yeah.
Yeah, you went first.
Can I assist him since I'm right
So
behind him?
while they're doing that, I would put my hand on Jeremiah's
Yeah.
shoulder, just in like a consoling way.
One success. Hey.
One success. You notice that there's a layer of dust ahead of you.
Like dust on the floors?
Yeah.
Like it hasn't been.
Stirred in a long
Untouched.
time. Do I notice that as well since I'm close behind him? Do I need to roll?
Yeah, you
It's
notice
really
that.
dusty.
But you said you were still walking forward, so.
Maybe if there's not been anything up here in a long time, maybe we don't need to go up here. Are we sure we want to keep going straight?
Do you stop or you keep walking?
Oh, I stopped. Like, I think I would enter the room and then stop to.
How
Observe
far
that.
do you kind of go in?
Where's the dust at? Oh, it's like the
dust.
room is just all dusty. I would say probably like just through the doorway and just.
Okay. And you had, yeah.
Yeah, like exactly like that.
Okay. Did you roll me an observation?
Love to.
Just smashed.
Hope he's not. I hope there's not like decaying snake people stuck to the wall.
Yo.
I don't like how quickly you're like, there's snake people in here.
Just one
The
success.
big bowl of gumbos in the middle of the.
You like put your hand on his shoulder to kind of have him back up because you're like that.
Something's
And
not
you
right.
do glance on the walls.
Uh-huh.
This is a crypt. This open area is so there's
Bodies.
just stacks.
I'm gonna, because they can't see in there, right? Because they're too
Now,
far back.
everyone does notice, like, it's been humid, but this room is drier,
Okay.
and it smells like,
Dead
well,
people.
no, not dead people. You know what a dried snake skin
Yeah.
smells
Yes.
Yep.
like? It's,
I'm gonna
I've never smelled that.
hold my hand up and I'm gonna.
now, and looking up, there's, like, holes that go into,
I'm just. And I'm gonna try to get Cedric to back up with me out of the room before we try to
I
barge in
want to
there.
do that so bad.
What are you saying?
Well, you could back it up with me or no?
okay, so
Yeah.
I walk to him. I go, "What did you say?"
Okay.
Like real, but not too loud, just like regular.
I'm gonna go and try to pull you out.
Okay.
So right here, I'm gonna say, that's a crypt in there. There's bodies all over, stacked in rows next to the wall.
Cedric's eyes just.
Body?
But remember, there's snake people. They've got
I
scales.
don't care.
Oh,
This is
okay,
science.
Well, now I.
Frederick, do you
now
want
I
to
don't
see the
want to go
snake
back in.
people? Come with me, Frederick.
Okay, so
Let's see the
what do you
snake
guys
people.
do?
Well, that's
Okay,
what I'm
well,
just telling them the information.
Jade would look over here, walk over here to this bigger.
Roll an observation for me.
I would walk over with you if I saw you going, so you're not alone.
Frederick, let's see the snake people.
Well, the only thing I'm curious about is if people were buried with
3
possessions.
successes.
3 successes. There's a layer of
good.
thick dust through this opening, and because you rolled some, you actually do glance inside. Looks like the preparing area. If you've been to an Undertaker, it's very reminiscent to that, but with weird tools you've like never seen.
Is it like Egyptian, kind of like the pull
Kind
the
of-
brain out of the nose?
Kind of
Don't go in
Egyptian-y,
there.
but then also kind of like, actually a lot more like Hellraiser-esque. Those tools, like some of them like are like a giant
Oh,
corkscrew looking, like just strange looking stuff.
Well,
I don't think we should go there or there. I think we should
I don't
go
like
down
that.
the hallway.
I want to see the
well, we've got
bodies.
2 experts on the dead.
I see this.
So you want us to go in the dead room?
I just am putting it out there. So if anyone has a great
You can
idea,
go- you can
Someone
go
throw
in
a
the dead
rock
room.
into that room. Just make it. See if there's any booby traps.
Why would we go in there if there's a bunch of dust in there? That means the
Well-
people that we're looking for haven't gone in there either.
Yeah, but I want to study.
that's
the
what I said
bodies.
whenever I saw the dust on the floor. But is there
Never
anything in there or above us? Are we on the very top now, or is there still a ceiling over us?
You don't know.
We can't see a ceiling.
No, I said that there was holes in the ceiling above
Right,
the
no,
crypt
you're right.
areas.
Yeah.
I feel
Right.
like that's.
Do we need to get to
Spikes.
the top of this pyramid for the glowing thing?
I don't
You're
think
still
we-
feeling the.
I don't think we need to be in here.
We can
I
go-
don't want to be in here.
I don't want to be in
I
there
don't want to
either.
be here either.
I do.
Well, sorry, Cedric. I think you're outvoted. So where do we go now?
Secret doesn't care.
So I would want
This
to.
is
Okay.
a democracy.
Roll.
I'll walk over there with you.
3 successes again.
Oh my
Fantastic.
gosh.
You. This area looks. There's like. Strange. You're guessing would be like an altar,
I know what to do here.
but there's an air. But you can actually see past. This, you see steps going up.
Oh! There's a stairway through the.
Here, I'll just do this as steps,
Okay.
so you can see.
There's steps across this room, and it
It's
looks
a spiral
like
going up.
Yeah, I got you.
And if it was, like, I would put that sucker over there, but
it's a
It's
little
huge.
big.
Well,
This looks like the most appetizing room.
I
Yeah.
think we can
Yeah,
risk
and
it.
there's no dust.
Oh, so that path has probably been traveled. Let's take that path.
And
Everyone in
you
agreement?
rolled so high, the depictions on the walls and stuff as you're glancing, this is like pristine artwork.
Ooh, fresh.
And that weird hieroglyphics that you guys saw is like running on the floor, like in gold.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
And it like goes around this.
So this
Table?
is before they lost their minds.
No, there's.
I'm just gonna place this where the altar is. It's not that tall, of course, but the ceilings are redonk. But the altar. Whenever you look at it, you know it's an altar, but whenever you look at it, it looks almost different every time you look at it.
Okay.
Hmm.
So
It's like,
With my, can I roll lore right here?
sure.
See if I can tell anything. Oh gosh, I lost a word.
The altar does have red smearings on it.
2 successes.
2 successes. You're guessing they do put blood on it. It has, but the blinking and like seeing different parts of it, like it's.
does it look like anything that we can?
It does not. The colors of it don't connect with your brain.
Okay.
The
like
shapes
that.
of it don't connect with anything. Like it doesn't. It's like
Otherworldly.
yeah, that's the best way.
Okay.
And there's fresh
Don't
blood
touch
on it?
that. I was thinking
Fresh
about
or
touching that. Don't touch that.
It's dry,
Dry. Okay.
old, but,
But there's no dust.
yeah, and it looks like there's worn places for people who are kneeling.
Ooh. Be very careful around the altar, but I think we can walk past it and take the stairs to go continue our journey up if everyone is still in agreement.
Definitely.
Jake would
Sadly.
take more of the
Scribes
on the floor. Mhm.
Okay, the roll me another linguistics, please.
One success.
Okay, roll me a single dice.
4.
again. Okay. You get good rubbings, but you're just like okay.
I don't know what this means.
Yeah.
Maybe Thaddeus will know.
So you go around the altar, making sure you don't even go where the kneeling was, and you feel like a weird like tug
Towards it?
towards it, but it's a physical tug. Like
Mm.
it's like one, like it's almost one, like, but it's not your flesh. It's more like the liquids in your body is being pulled.
Whoa.
Mm-mm.
So you get past
Nope.
it, and you can go up the steps.
Before we go up the steps, Jade would jot down what she was seeing
Okay.
as far as like the altar, so she
been
could
taking notes.
essentially explain to Thaddeus what is in this room and
Okay.
in relevance to the scriptures and stuff that she got.
Okay. While she does that, is the axe abnormally hungry? As in more than
Nope,
normally? Nothing's changed.
Now
even
when
by
you
the altar?
when you go by the altar, there's just like a when there's two magnets.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this one's trying to pull, and yours is trying to pull as well.
Ooh.
So it's like it's like a weird.
Like they're competing with each other?
Yeah, like there's a competition, and it's over you,
Oh, wow.
like in your body, because you're feeling like that altar wants to suck all the blood out of your body,
Yeah.
and the axe is like,
Wants to keep the
yeah.
blood.
So you kind of walk by it fast.
Let's
Yeah.
go up the stairs.
Nerds.
Mhm.
Okay, we can go up the stairs.
Well, Jade would not be hard
Okay.
but to be
She
frequently
got time to write a
touching
note for
her.
her.
You say baby daddy? Get out.
For her daddy.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this for speed.
Okay.
You come out in this room. There's an opening right here.
Okay.
Okay.
While we came up the stairs, I would definitely tell everyone to stay as quiet as possible. Now that way, where there's no dust.
What? No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Keep whispering. We're spread out.
Okay, so
I'm an old man.
there, it opens up, and you see it's like a strange hall, and then there's like hooks on the wall with a bunch of like strange material hanging.
Interesting.
Material is in fabric,
Mhm.
or
All the same color. It's like a white.
Is it dry?
Jade would reach out and touch it.
It is the softest cloth you've probably ever, like softer than silk. And then you're feeling it and looking at it. You're like, one way you can look, you can almost see through it, and the other way you can't.
Can she?
Yep,
the
you can
piece?
take it off the hook, and it's a robe.
You're gonna put on the robe?
No, I'm not.
Maybe we should. Would we be in disguise?
To be sacrificed?
Okay, so the hooks are on the side. There is an
Like snake
opening here.
Jade would put the robe back.
Okay.
She'd tear a little bit of fabric off of it.
Okay, you need to roll a might.
Goodness gracious.
If you can't do it, Tulak's gonna come look at it.
I have a success.
Every success, it like stretches,
Okay.
and then it goes. So like how spandex does,
Yeah.
but you're like it doesn't feel like it should. You're like, oh.
Okay, we're not.
I'm gonna come touch it.
Just
take the whole
fold it
robe.
up and put it in your bag.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna take an entire robe.
Cedric
and
will
fold
put it
up
on.
and try and tuck it.
Make a note that you did that.
Is in the back, just
Just-
dancing.
Okay, well then, Jade would take Frederick's advice and take one down and fold it up and put it in her bag.
Okay.
Oh, so you're taking one too?
Might as well. Weird robe in
Yep.
inventory.
Okay. Perfect. Now, like I said, there's a So when you walk a little bit farther, that opens up.
Okay.
Okay.
And then what you see there is like you've got a hall, and it's got iconography of individuals like raising their hands up like this, and it's out of that green stone, but from their hands is red, like pouring down around them, and it looks like they're wearing like the robes.
Mm.
So, and looking this way, there are these pillars that have something on it that keeps moving upwards, like spiraling around. But then, if you look back, when you come through this area here, you look back, there is an opening, and it looks like there's staircases again.
Is there dust on the floors?
Nope.
Let's get to the staircase.
You want to walk past those pillars to get to the stairs? With the twirling, swirling.
What's the alternative?
Well, as you're getting closer to them, you notice that it looks like thousands upon thousands of snakes are crawling up. But then you
Stone snakes?
Oh, if there's stone snakes, I feel better.
Yep.
I was like,
Very
real
For a
snakes.
second, it did not look like
Yeah.
stone.
They're getting more realistic as we get closer.
So they
huh?
look like they're moving?
Yeah.
It'd be like the scene from The Emperor's New Groove where Kronk's like against the wall.
Let you sneak past.
Yeah. Okay. So you go to the steps.
Yeah, I think so. Let's remember that. Are we all going to remember our exit here? Because we're going to potentially need a quick exit.
Probably not.
Honestly,
You have a notebook. Do you want to scribble it down?
I mean, I've been taking notes the whole time.
yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, as long as we've got
But I
people
don't
that are
know
paying
if it's
attention
been. I don't know if it's been like
It's
which
It's
way
like
they've
it's
been
like
going.
it's like snakes. It's
And
the word
it's-
snakes, snakes, snakes,
Snake this, snake,
snakes.
snake people?
Two
Question
lungs got
mark.
weird eyes. Exclamation point. Snakes. Snakes.
Don't.
Choking.
Okay. So
It's all in German too.
No.
now this area is open, and like this is not necessarily to scale, so I apologize. There's still another spiral staircase to your right. Once you enter this room, there's 3 pools.
The last pool had a hand in it.
It's mine.
Yeah, well, if you've lost any other body parts, this is the place to check.
I'm so glad I didn't sleep last year to make all this stuff. Like I stayed up like multiple nights, and it takes a little while to put bricks and stuff.
Yeah, you did a really great job.
Okay, all right. So there's the pools, and then there's a center pillar of that moving. Yes.
Okay.
You guys
Are
go
the
to the pools, or
pools-
do you go to the pools, or do you just see that it's a raised area and there's
I want to go see the pools.
okay. How close do you get? Just so I can.
I'm like at least a foot or 2 back. When
Okay.
I approach
Uh,
them.
That is a pool of water with snakes just moving around it.
Real
Real
snakes?
snakes.
Real snakes.
no.
Jade would
Frederick,
immediately go.
Frederick, look at
Okay.
this.
Nobody should go swimming
Oh,
because there's snakes.
Now,
that kills my
when,
plans.
once you step back, you hear something coming down from the steps, like chanting coming down from the steps.
Okay, so Jade would. Can we step back out of the room, or
The other
were we
pools.
on stairs?
Are all the pools the same thing, or are they
They're-
different?
We've only looked in one.
Okay, yeah, I want to check.
There
those.
are.
If we stay quiet, there's a good chance they won't know we're
Yeah, but I
here.
need to know if we can hide or not. is
We
what
can
I'm
hide
asking.
behind the pools.
So, here's
the Kronk thing.
the steps you came up. Here's the one going up.
Oh,
So I'll do this.
So we can hide behind these. Theoretically, we can hide behind the pools, or
Theoretically, but Someone's not coming down. It's just
They're
chanting
Oh,
kind of there.
okay.
Yeah.
I was under the impression
Sorry.
they were coming
No,
down. I
they're
was like,
chanting up top,
oh.
so we have to go up there.
Okay. Well, I would venture to say where the chanting is.
I want to
Sorry,
look at the
Brett,
other pool.
Can we recognize the language they're chanting in and hear what they're saying? Like
Snake.
Roll an observation
Snake.
first.
Right.
Slither.
Yeah, it's the Harry Potter. The
Bristlemouth?
Just one
yeah,
success.
that's what I was trying to think of. What it was
You
called.
definitely recognize the voices.
Paul?
What?
Is it the
Recognize
two
the
ladies
voice
and the-
itself.
It's just the sisters.
Ah,
I'm gonna go.
The twins!
the twins.
No!
Oh,
Am I still under their spell at all? Or is that worn off
You're
with the
you're
giant snake
excited
riding me?
about
no.
getting to see them again.
Dang it!
So what do you,
Sisters are up there.
what do you guys do? What do you guys do?
I want to check out the other pool.
Yeah, we would definitely check the other
Okay,
pool
so
first.
so she checked out like that pool.
Okay.
Okay.
You go to that one.
Next one.
How close are you getting?
Same thing she did.
Kind of
Further
just
away?
like back.
A little. Yeah.
There's writhing mass of serpents going around, and as they are moving, you see like a skeleton of some sort. Do you look quick enough to see what kind of skeleton it is, or roll a
Okay.
healing? Everyone's still
I got
having
your
fun.
back, homie. Oh yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna fight
That was
10,000
pretty
snakes in a pool, but I'll
No,
get your back.
One success.
Not too. That's not a human skeleton.
Is it?
That looks like a Neanderthal or
Monkey.
something.
Nice big monkey.
Courtney's killing me right now.
Oh, no.
Check your group chat,
Oh
Caleb.
no.
I had to.
Here we go again.
Aw, dang it!
That's all I can think of.
I saw you think of something funny and you go. Okay, well,
Okay.
I'm gonna look in the third pool then, and do about a foot back and look into it while he's looking in the second one.
Okay. There's just moving and riding, and then there's a much larger snake that seems to be engulfing and eating the smaller ones.
Does it resemble the snake that tried to eat me?
It's not. These aren't rattlesnakes.
Oh, okay.
You don't know
vipers?
They're
what
like serpents.
these are.
Oh, I don't know what they are.
You have no.
I'm gonna back up slowly. There's another really big one in there.
Head about yay.
Head about yay.
Yeah. So. And like didn't even care that you were there. It looked like
Just eating.
just eating the snakes that just keep somehow are there.
Why is it always snakes? Why can't it just be a pool? It's
Shout
a
out to
pool of
Indiana
snakes.
Jones. Why is it always snakes?
Why is it always snakes?
Are we like sure we want to go upstairs? Because I kind of want
You
to
wanna
see
get in
them,
the pool?
but I kind of don't want to have to fight them.
You want to get in the pool?
Definitely not.
Then I think we're gonna go up the stairs.
What does the pool got to do with
Look, you want to see your girlfriends? Just get up the stairs.
it? Okay. No, I would not
And
just
just
trot up the
be
stairs.
sacrifice somebody on the altar.
But I'll go up the stairs first if we're going. Not because I want to, but just because someone should.
Yeah, sure.
I want them to see me first.
You gotta make sure he's looking real nice.
They're twins.
What do you mean they're twins?
Ladies.
Stop with the twins. Okay, so I'll start going up the stairs then as quietly as I can, and I'm just gonna kind of poke my head over and see what I can see before I walk my whole body up there.
Before they turn around, you're
I'm like,
Yes,
hey,
no
let's-
shirt on.
So you're
tossing my axe.
so you're like sneakily doing that?
Yeah, I'm gonna
roll a stealth.
like
Hey,
a
can I-
really deep V-neck.
Yeah, that's it.
Let me see if the
He's leaning against the wall.
He's got his head down and he goes, just, it's so stupid.
Tips the hat up a little bit, ladies.
Well, guys, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. My stealth is
Of course.
trash.
Of course
So-
it is.
Unless he'll let me do an athleticism instead, we're gonna just cross our fingers and hope.
You have
Your
we go.
stealth is
fortune.
probably better than mine.
I do have a fortune, but we also have a fight coming up, so I'm going to save those fortune.
Kill the
Yeah,
snake
but they're,
women.
if they see you.
Yeah, but if they see me, we'll fight, and I'll need the fortune.
Okay, but if they see you, the fight starts sooner, and we're not up the stairs.
Right. Well, instead, I'll give him a dread and use the third die.
You give me a dread.
We have to
Yes,
do
sir.
it. Okay. I thought you were saying after.
That's so kind to give him a dread right before.
Yay!
Yeah, right
right before.
before a fight.
I live to serve.
Not us. The twins.
If you get spotted, you have to do the
2 successes.
lean.
2 successes.
Ooh,
And if yeah, you needed 3. They turn around and shoot your face off with a snake.
I don't have my gun this time, so I can't
How
roll
many?
a giant snake.
That's not good that you had to ask.
I mean, 3. He had 3.
So what? I'll just show you what you see.
You know what? In hindsight, really bad idea to let the guy who's under a spell for looking at them go look at them.
Okay, but that's your own fault.
I
so-
know, but you guys didn't talk me out of it, so it's also yours.
I'm just
I really wish you failed and did the.
encouraging Brandon.
Hey, lady!
The way I see it, you have a magic axe that you could just be like, "Hey, buddy, you want everybody in here?" So.
Well, you all
don't
better
crap.
stay at the bottom of the stairs then.
This room is scary.
You just let your axe go into this
is
into
like-
the
That's
story.
just, wait, why do I hear boss
If
music?
you'll kill these 2
What?
ladies, I'll let
Boston?
you have Lily right now.
Oh, there's a bunch of health things around in the room. You're like,
You translate
That's
the
really not
inscription.
good.
It just says save
Hey, you guys
point.
see that right there? That's really not good.
That's a big
We're not up
snake.
the stairs.
I know you guys can't see that, but I
Okay,
can.
so coming up, this I'll say this is your steps.
Okay.
Okay. Now, also,
It's just the sisters.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, there's Maurice.
yeah. So
Maurice.
he
What's up? Are you on my way
the one sister that got shot looks like there's snakeskin on, like bandaging her.
Okay.
Yeah. And
And she's healing.
now they are very scantily dressed, but their jewelry is gold, and some of it seems to be moving on them.
Of course.
And
What is Maurice doing?
he has his eyes up, and he just kind of
Okay. And they're like,
they're all chanting like that. Now there's just one giant serpent that's just kind of coiled around that stone with there's
Just vibing.
yeah
Is the glow coming from the thing in the middle?
you are inside the top of the pyramid.
Whoa! Glad we didn't go to the
so
bottom.
what's the
Thank
snake doing? Just vibing?
It's just there.
Just looks like a normal
God. And
big
now,
snake.
how big is this big snake?
Bear.
It's close to the same size as that rattlesnake, but it's not. It doesn't. It's not a rattlesnake. It's something.
Anaconda.
So bad.
Cannibal.
Now
It's a fine-
you're hearing a language you don't know. It doesn't sound right to you.
Okay.
You hear Maurice stuttering through it, like with them, and you see the some bottles and things that are very similar to what you saw in that first room, like around his feet.
Oh. Like he's gonna fill it with. I hope he doesn't cut himself and bleed in the bottles and it converts to poison for the syrup. Because then everybody but me was drinking the snake blood.
Wait, I didn't drink it.
Oh, just Frederick.
I think it was just Frederick.
No.
Why do you think everybody tried it all of a sudden?
Because we were all freaking out that night. Okay, so. Alright, did you guys follow me up the steps or were you just letting me creep?
Yeah, you're creeping.
Okay, I'm gonna stare because I'm under their spell, probably a second longer than I needed to. Then I'm gonna go back down the steps as quietly as I can
You're checking them out. They're
Hey.
staying close.
and tell you guys exactly what I
Peep
saw
show.
about the giant snake, both the girls, with careful attention to where the snake skin is, and then
Very
and tell
good
what Maurice
details
is
of their
doing
outfit.
with the basketball. I'm under a spell, okay? And then I'm gonna say that that's the top of the pyramid,
Get a hold of yourself.
and then I'm gonna say, what do you guys want to do? Should we kill them?
Not what you want to do.
You distract.
No, actually, that's not true. What I would say is I want to kill them
Go give him a kiss.
for vengeance sake.
Let the axe.
With the axe, with the
No,
gun,
just
with my
let it-
bare hands. Oh, I just let the axe go do
Go
its
for
thing?
it.
So you have the hot swarm, but you want to kill
Yes.
This is weird.
That's weird.
him? This is getting real weird.
That's hot.
It's a spell.
It's probably a good thing you and Lily didn't date, right?
You guys are making this real weird. We don't
I
have a
think
lot of
Li- I
time,
think
so let's
Lily's-
change topics and get
Lily's
back
gonna
into
die
it.
We're all just
anyway.
bullying.
Let's go.
Okay, those
Let's
pools
use everything
around
we have.
you
Last time I
are
tried to
starting
talk
to,
us
like,
out of this, it didn't go good. It didn't go well.
Get bigger.
like froth and like spilling over, and then
Milk.
things are starting to move around.
Oh my god.
Okay, we gotta decide right now. Are we gonna fight these people in the room, or are we gonna go hide by these
I
snakes?
want-
We might as well go. I guess I would rather fight
Get a sneak
swims
attack on it.
than fight all the snakes.
10,000 small snakes? Alright, well then here's the plan.
Who did you see as like the leader, the ringleader?
I couldn't tell, but I have a feeling
Hey,
Maurice
guys.
is under their control. But we don't have time to discuss this. Our plan of attack is what we need to discuss. I'm gonna run up there and see if I can get the axe to help me just go absolutely crazy, and chances are it's not gonna work.
Why don't-
So
why
I'm gonna
don't-
need you guys to back me up.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Does that sound like a good plan?
No, but it sounds like
it
a
sounds
plan.
like a plan.
All right.
I
Alright.
love how Frederick and I said the exact
And you
same
both were like,
thing.
it sounds like a plan. Okay, well, should I just charge up or try to sneak up and start killing? I'll sneak up the steps
Go
and try.
talk to the axe and be like, go.
Well, we don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, the snake.
The moving snakes.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
They're moving towards you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start
No,
walking
I'm
up the
going
steps.
upstairs.
He's like, I
Frederick
just
says-
imagine Frederick's like on top at the very tippity point.
Okay,
like,
this
Spire.
He's like a cat.
I'm
that's
just
like-
gonna I'll change it like this,
Okay.
Okay.
but it actually is like holding the pinnacle.
I just
Gotcha.
imagine like Frederick's
Yeah.
at the very top like a cat when they're like.
He's like, y'all go ahead. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the as high on the stairs as I can without being seen, so that way they have room to get on the stairs. And I'm gonna take a deep breath. I'm gonna channel my emotions towards the axe, and I'm going to say, "You can have all of my enemies and in this room, and as soon as we have them, you can have Lily.
What?
Oh my gosh.
But
Okay.
you have to help me destroy them."
If I was like in his mind.
Oh yeah, and
But I
then
can't hear this.
let
Poor Lily.
me look at my axe spells real quick.
Now if I look in
You
the
have
monocle,
two things.
she's gonna be there.
You have dismember
Uh-huh.
and the attack. And like, are you thinking of the
Like blooded and guard. And,
Oh, the other abilities. Okay.
Yeah.
Lily's gonna be like a final
yeah, the
boss.
bound to weapon abilities.
Okay.
Look, I'm just out for the sisters. Like, I don't know what all this vengeance thing is.
None of us do.
I don't want to kill Lily, but she's gonna die.
I know. It's gonna make for an eventful trip back to
I guess-
town.
Yeah.
Well, have any of us tried? I don't think any of us have tried to use a dismember spell on them or any other kind of spells.
You guys haven't used any spells.
Yeah, we haven't used any spells that we don't
Uh-huh.
think
Okay, what do you guys think I should use? Should I use the axe as like a bodyguard, or should I try to dismember?
Well, shouldn't you
I
wait
say you
until
get an attack
the
on 'em.
axe, like, tells you if it's gonna help or not before you start doing all that?
Nope, I'm just gonna launch straight into a spell.
I say, yeah, get an attack on him.
Okay, I'm gonna go with dismember. Can you help me, Mr. DM, sir?
Yeah.
I've never done this, so it's quite exciting.
Okay. You spend your resolve.
Okay. Which is...
Get rid of
Let
that
me look at the
peyote.
picture. There it is. The cost is 1 resolve, so it's just 1 resolve. Okay.
Well, what are you wanting to do with dismember? Like, what? How are you wanting to
Dismember
harm?
them.
I'm going
And
to.
which one are you harming?
Well, how many can I go after at once?
If you roll.
Exceptionally well.
Yep.
Okay. So can I roll first, or do I need to pick first?
Let's. Now this is if you have anything that is above your sorcery. Any failure is a complication of any sort on your dice.
Any failure. So like if I roll anything that's not a success.
Here, I'll read Dismember, what it
Okay.
is. By pulling on the strands of fate, you can force violent injuries to manifest in your enemies. A successful casting of the spell allows you to cause 4 physical damage with the piercing 3 quality as a ranged attack with a range of close. So you have to be close,
Right.
which once you go up, you're in the everything is close range.
Okay.
Now, just as a note, if you kill someone with Dismember,
Right.
there's 4 mental damage,
Because it's so
pretty much for everybody
Yeah.
Oh,
that sees it.
Right. That's why I'm going up the stairs first. Yeah, I thought of that.
No one's
Okay,
gonna
so-
see it. Hopefully.
And then the momentum is gained just on the roll for the spell, or can I use 2 momentum that we have?
That you need fresh momentum. This
Okay.
is just to get your dice.
Okay. Well, are you guys okay if I use all the momentum that we have to get as many dice for this spell as possible?
yeah.
Alright, we'll use them all. I think it's 2 or is it 3?
It's just 2 at the moment.
So I've got a total of 4 dice then.
Just murders
And I'm
them
going to
all
spend a
in one go.
fortune.
Okay, so that's
Fifth?
automatically
No, that's just 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay.
So I'm going to go for that one because she's in the middle of everybody else.
She's the one with the
She's hurt,
so
so.
the snake.
Oh,
would
so
go
should
for
I
the
go for a
other
different one?
Yes,
Okay, so I'm going to
'cause
go for the
I
other
about
twin then.
pummeled her with my gun.
So I'm going to go for the other twin.
Other one. Okay.
Yep. I spent my resolve. I spent my fortune. Is
Okay.
there anything else I need to do before I cast? Before I roll?
Okay, when you cast, you have to use a minor action to focus.
Okay, how do I do that?
You just say that you're going to be focusing on it, so you then just roll, and I'll
Okay.
tell you what happens.
Okay. And then it needs the roll succeeds based on my sorcery check, right? My sorcery score.
So it's sorcery,
Yeah, you're
So-
rolling. So.
Yep. Okay, just making sure.
and so you're going up and doing this right when you go up.
Right. Yep. As soon as I walk up, get a point. Just do it.
I literally downloaded this meme.
I got 4 successes and a critical fail.
On top of the 2 successes.
On top of those 2, so I got 1, 2, 3,
6 successes.
6 successes and a critical fail.
6 successes. So once you go up and you do that, you notice she's not just in close range. You're doing this point blank to her because she saw you before.
Oh shoot! She saw me like the first time I went up there.
Yeah.
She saw you right off the bat.
Oh dang! You guys are killing me with this.
I downloaded that meme literally this morning. It's perfect.
I literally went and found this one, so I can send
I love
it.
the one you sent me.
So she is swiping at you. You're armed, correct?
Yeah.
So you have your blade out. You can roll parry if you want, but you are casting a spell at this moment. You had 6 successes, so
Okay.
you did hit with a single one, so you have 5 momentum to use.
Ooh.
Roll your damage.
How many dice is my
That is
damage?
4.
Okay.
These are your damage dice.
Yep. I'm just gonna get these out of the way. 4 and 5 momentum. Man, that's so many momentum.
I hate it here.
So do you see those sheets over there?
This is
You can see what the
Yes.
momentum does.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Well, is that momentum different than this momentum? That's just number. Okay. So I got 2 6s, a 4, and a 2.
6. The 4 means nothing. The 2 means 2 damage. The 6 is
It's
the
got
effect.
2
Yeah, I've got
sixes.
2 6s.
So it goes through armor, but otherwise.
So we go through her sleeve.
So that would just be. So that's just 4 damage at the moment. We have the other 5 momentum, which the momentum spends you see what you can use the
You
momentum
should
for.
be able to hit damage.
Right. Well, do we want to add?
Yeah, for 1 momentum, you can add damage.
Well, I can add plus damage where X is momentum spent for brutal force. The momentum in the actual
Is that
December
plus
spell.
1?
That's another dice.
Yeah, so it adds a dice of damage. So I have to.
So you have to.
You'd have to roll a dice,
You have
which
to
means
roll a
nothing
dice.
could happen.
So this
Oh,
is
I see.
immediately
So I have to
plus
use this.
1.
Okay.
You don't have to, but this is immediately plus 1 damage.
Okay, so
For
then
1.
that'll be one of my 5 momentum. So I immediately added 1 plus damage with a bonus damage.
And I would.
So you're at 5 damage.
Yep.
And so you're at 4 more momentum.
I could re-roll the damage. That'd be good, right?
Is dismember
Can you-
where
you
like
can
if
disarm
you have 5
her.
momentum, you can just
Is
rip out
she-
their heart?
Because keep in mind, she's swiping at you too. She's swiping at you.
I
One
know, but I
second.
don't think she has a gun does she? Or a weapon.
Wait, how many successes did you have?
6.
You had 6?
Yeah.
You could do I will take your heart.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
What does that mean?
You
Oh,
take
wait,
it.
I see it right here.
Read
Take
it out
her
loud
heart.
for me.
Okay.
I'll describe what happens.
Okay. With this, so it's an epic D5, includes dismember, wound of sorcery, and overwhelming agony. With this spell, you can reach out, clutch your hand, and as you do so, your target's heart is grasped and crushed. If the attack is lethal, the heart is pulled free from its cage of muscle and bone, flying across the intervening space and landing with a hideous wet slap into your outstretched hand. This is a close attack, 4 damage, intense, piercing 3, vicious 2. I want to do that.
Okay, so you did 4. You actually
Good
you did,
lord!
You actually all you did is 6 damage.
Okay.
You did 6 damage. It is intense, so you cause 2 wounds to her.
We walk up in 2 logs like we're like, oh my god.
You do not kill her.
Oh.
You don't kill her, but you definitely harm her, and she like coughs blood, and then when she coughs, like her face like shifts for a second, and then it goes back to normal.
Okay.
You don't necessarily know what you just saw,
Okay.
Get up the
but
stairs so we can come up.
That's what I'm doing.
but she hits you with something at the same time that you do that.
Okay.
Two, so
Did he have how?
4, 6.
It
That
took all
used up.
6.
Yeah,
Okay.
that took it all.
I was gonna say, 'cause-
Because I had just enough after I.
can he
She's-
still parry that or no?
I did have my knife.
This is the same moment.
If not, it's
Yeah,
fine. I'm
you
just
can.
curious.
You can attempt to parry.
Okay, let me try. You can roll. Do you roll your thing first, and then I respond to it?
No, roll first.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Can't say I've never done that before yet.
Everybody having fun?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
Oh my
2
goodness.
more plus my
I hope it's okay that I reminded you about that.
It's always good.
He's like, no.
1 success.
1 success.
Just barely.
Okay.
That was fun.
I still hit you.
Great.
Because the thing is, she had 1 success. You had 1 success. You usually would have automatically won being the player,
But I
would
wasn't an
spend doom.
action. Yeah.
I'm just gonna roll these 8 dice.
Oh god. Well, I've really hurt her, guys. So you guys can get the other one, the snake, and Maurice.
It's been fun.
No, don't kill Maurice.
Why?
Because if he's under a
You know,
spell,
if we
he's,
kill him, it might end the spell.
I don't think he's
How-
the spellcaster.
This is this strange blade comes swiping and slashes you for 11.
Oh gosh! Let me see how many I have here.
He's dead.
That was all, so I just got a 3rd wound.
2
That
logs.
wakes up your wound. So yeah, you have 3 wounds at the moment. So and all your vigor is gone, right?
Yep.
How much vigor do you have?
11.
11?
Yep.
Alright. So you just have one wound to take and you will die.
That's really scary. I hope you guys can help me out here.
Yeah. So
I
that
have to try.
that happened pretty much almost instantaneously. Like you hit her, and she swiped you.
Golly.
Yeah, I think that's more than enough doom I'm spending. And you hear a gut-wrenching scream from the sister.
Oh, so getting hurt
No,
one
she's
hurts
just-
the other.
Or she could just like saw her
Yeah, is it
sister.
like
Yeah.
a pain scream or is it like an angry you hurt my sister scream?
Roll it. You're gonna have to roll an insight.
We all at least
Very
like
specific.
make the acknowledgement. We probably all were like.
Well, you're coming
up
up.
the
Yeah.
stairs.
So
Okay.
if
was like-
if I could have the minis.
Oh.
So I was gonna say this is like
Yeah,
Two
let's see.
successes on my insight.
As we go.
It seems to be concerned for her sister.
Oh, okay.
So can I immediately have
Blast
my
her to
turn?
smithereens?
Yeah, I was gonna say I have
With
my
your big
buffalo
buffalo
rifle,
Yeah.
so I'd love to
To
come up the
point blank.
stairs and just point blank.
This poor girl.
She's not poor.
No.
That's true. I hope you blow a hole in her the size of Texas.
Look, at this point, Jade's
I'm
just
from
going for
Texas.
confirmed kills.
I'm glad it's us two up very front, because we do the highest damage, so we're gonna take the first hits. We should
Okay.
have sent...
So
I would have died
remember-
immediately.
just
That would have punched me and just
you're
died.
going to be going up pretty much engaged. So you need like 3 successes just to hit her.
Hey, throw that fortune down
Hey, I want to give you a fortune, so
Okay.
that's immediately 2 successes.
2 successes right here. Yep.
That's 4 successes.
4 successes. So you have 1 momentum.
And my buffalo rifle is
Ridiculous.
yeah,
It's
I think it's 11.
there. Holy!
6.
I
Noise.
can't imagine doing 11
Is it
damage at once.
is it vicious or anything? That's important.
Yeah, let me look on.
I think it might be intense.
It's intense.
I hope you throw her body across the room with a hole in it.
And then I have that thing where I can re-roll
Damage.
that isn't.
I can try
A
and
certain number.
Yeah.
Frederick, I hope you come over the staircase after her and kill the other sister.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
have
siphon her life
4
essence and return
sixes.
it to you.
4 6s, and is it vicious?
It's intense and vicious.
Okay, so the 6s cause 2 damage.
I have 3 1s.
So that's 3.
I have 2 4s.
So that 4s don't mean anything.
Correct.
So,
Okay, so I have a 2 and a 3.
so any 3s and 4s
Don't do anything.
don't do anything unless you want to re-roll them.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and
Okay.
re-roll.
Don't knock over the others.
How many skill do you have
And
in rifles?
2.
2. So you can only re-roll 2.
I have a 2 and a 4.
So 2 is 2 damage. So how much damage?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
15 damage.
Yep.
So you go up and you pretty much pop the barrel under her chin. The recoil, what happens is it kicks you down like this because the concussive force, because you actually made contact with.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
That would
what,
have just about knocked me down the stairs.
yeah. So what happens is the back of her head ruptures open, and crimson is flown all over.
You better
The
do mental
snake,
damage,
the
though.
snake actually gets like covered with like pink mist. The sister starts screaming, and as she's screaming, like the stones around you are like shaking, and Maurice turns and he instantly starts wail screaming
Okay.
and saying no, and he starts moving towards, like running that way.
Towards us?
Yes, and the sister's like grabbing to him to stop him. All in this
Let's
second.
wrap it up.
Alright, Frederick, you're up, buddy.
Yeah, I would like to siphon the life essence of the sister and give it to Tulak.
Why couldn't we have
Just
brought
come
this
up the
energy the
stairs with
first
my eyes
time?
glowing purple.
The dead one.
The dead one or the alive one?
No, the live one.
This is
You
terrible.
have to have physical contact, if you remember.
Yeah.
That's why I like that ability.
Could you do from the dead one?
Could I make
She's
a
got no life.
medicine for
Can
And
I?
now, when she hits the ground, she's not human anymore.
Is she like a snake person?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well,
would that work?
we've got a
Siphon her
giant-
life essence?
We've got a giant serpent to kill and the other sister. And I personally think Maurice, but if you don't want to kill him, that's fine. But
You guys are
Leave
talking
him.
a
Leave
lot.
him for last.
Hey,
Oh, hurry up, Jeff.
guys.
Make
So
a
the
decision.
snake comes
No,
down.
I asked Frog. I said,
Oh.
would that work to siphon her life essence?
You don't know.
I don't think we should try that. Make Tulok dead.
I wanna.
Dead twice.
Okay, wait. On my master of formula, could I make like a healing type of balm?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
I like the idea, but the chemicals you have are mainly for destruction.
Okay. So then, if I just like while Frederick's doing his turn, I want to pull Tulok away and just like bind wounds.
Okay, so you're gonna pull him down the steps pretty much
Yeah.
and like bandage him up. That
Yep.
is a good idea. So
thank you.
you can roll your stuff while, and then what are you doing, Frederick?
What is Jeremiah doing?
If I cannot run up to the other sister, then I will shoot her.
You shoot.
Within your turn, you can go up to her if you're wanting to.
Just be careful of the big snake. I think it's a great idea, but just be careful.
Yeah, I just don't have the angle to like see the snake in the.
Oh,
You don't have to move it. You can tell me. Okay, snake.
you're right here,
Yeah.
Snake.
So Maurice is in the middle. Where's the sister?
right here.
Oh, this seems complicated.
Just suck the life essence out of Maurice.
Yeah, I'll do
Wait.
that, and I'll return it to myself.
I want Maurice last, because what if he's just like hypnotized? Because he was the drunkard's
Honestly?
son.
Honestly, I.
It is
At
what
this
it is.
point,
Yeah,
if it's
I'm
his
gonna-
life or
I'm
mine-
gonna siphon life essence.
Okay, so you run past Jade. Now Tulok, I'm gonna say, is down with him.
Okay.
Jade, you got
I'm a little
you're
covered.
Got blood
yeah.
all over your face.
You're running up, and I'm gonna spend some doom to actually. The sister pushes Maurice behind her.
Oh no!
Ooh, so you're gonna.
So grab her chin and siphon the life out of her.
And is like
That's what it's gonna do.
guarding him. And
Maybe we do need to kill her.
I would like to use my.
Just throw some dynamite.
Yeah, she goes. Okay.
so you roll your ability. You need to do a melee, like a
I got
like
two
a fist
successes.
attack to actually latch onto her.
As soon as
Correct?
I can, I'm gonna run back up there.
Oh,
So I
okay.
appreciate
Well,
you.
it doesn't give you health back, but prevents you from bleeding out.
Yeah, I
Oh,
probably.
thanks.
Yeah.
I think.
Even if it costs my life, I can't fight that snake on their own.
Okay.
I need some help.
Can I give you a dread?
Yes, you can.
Alright. Alright. Flame on, that's what I'm talking about. 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. You've got 2 successes. Now.
As soon as I get back into town, I'm buying a buffalo rifle.
Can you use it?
Sure can.
I was gonna say, I think a big part of my ability is because I'm so good with guns.
Could just put a scope on yours, like really nice.
Oh my gosh.
Would just be on a ridge and you just
Yeah.
Okay, so you do latch a hold of her.
Okay.
or a rolling block.
So that one's dead. Now you can roll your damage.
Would love to.
It's a lot.
Okay.
Oh.
This does the same exact damage as dismember, right?
Yeah. 4.
Hey, Frederick, keep in mind
Yeah.
you also have fortune too.
That's
Well,
true.
I mean, what does fortune do for damage dice?
2 successes.
He
damage
already
dice.
succeeded.
Nothing for damage.
Oh.
He already
That's what I
succeeded.
figured.
Yeah.
I was gonna use it. I thought I had to make a melee, and
Yep.
then I thought I had to make a sorcery, so I was saving the fortune for that. But since I don't have to do that, We're going.
Okay.
Yeah. 3 5s and 1.
3 5s and a 1. And I believe it's vicious 1, so that's 6, 7. That's 7 damage.
Not bad.
Jeez.
Keep in mind, I already damaged her back in the other firefight.
Okay. So you start like siphoning the life out of her, and it's
Reptilian.
it feels really weird. Like not right. Like you're it's like you're speaking the wrong language,
Oh.
but it's still working. And
Right.
and what she
She's like, wow, that sucks.
and she opens her mouth.
Rip.
Gosh dang it.
Hey, whose idea was this to charge up here?
You want to fight 10,000
You
snakes
see
in the basement?
That's a good
She
point.
she opens her mouth
Just
and
circle
she
back.
has
Two
she has 2
looks like-
successes and her fangs pop down and she hisses venom at you in an attempt to try to release your grip.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna let go.
Okay, so roll I guess roll a might.
Okay.
So does what he's siphoning out automatically go to me, or does he have to come touching me?
He has to touch you,
Bring me back.
but he has to be healed as well too.
Yeah, he's gonna heal himself first, I think.
Oh, nice.
So he doesn't
Yeah,
die.
as she
for
pours
this
it,
one,
he's
I'm
like,
supporting.
Okay, you're gonna use a fortune, so you have 2. Well, if you have skill in it, you'd have 2 successes. Otherwise, it's just 1.
I'm about to.
She
If
like
I have
collapses
to,
to
I will
her knees and
summon.
dies. Big sickles.
If I have to, I'm gonna summon.
Okay.
You should have
So
I know you would.
Major wounds.
it's gonna be 3 total. I'm adding in the fortune as well.
Okay, so you'd stay latched on, but are you trying to dodge away from the venom? Would you prefer that to be your dodge, or just take?
Yeah, I would not like to be having venom in my eyeballs.
Okay, because that's
Your one
so.
You're one
That
eye.
could be your dodge out of the way. If you could roll again to see if you're still holding on to her, I guess.
Okay. 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay.
Yep.
Let's So 2 successes, and she had. I spent that, so. So I lose that, but that's 2. That's 1, 2, 3. How many successes was that?
Dose.
Okay, she has 3, and you feel her grab your hand, and the bones feel like they're bowing in from her grip, and she's moving you like this, and your elbow is going up, and she's like lifting you off the ground away from her with one arm,
Shit's scary.
and
See, she's looking out.
and she throws you away, grabs Maurice, like embraces him, and jumps backwards into whatever this is.
Bro!
Oh,
I'm
like she
tired.
vanishes into it?
It's like a big hole.
And once she
Oh,
hits
I
that,
think.
cracks start in the clear pyramid around you, and things start to kind of fall apart.
What's the big snake doing?
And what about all the
It's-
little snakes doing?
Its head lulls down.
So it's like we're not fighting it
It's
no more.
dead.
It like
Lifeless.
died.
Okay.
Whoa, so
I guess we're
life
jumping
source
in
was attached to the temple? I guess we
Is
don't
that
know.
the hole I was talking about?
Like,
that goes all
everything
the way?
Everything's starting to shake.
We gotta get out of here, folks.
I will take a split second to go and look at what they did.
Okay, you run over there. It just looks like blackness. Like nothingness.
Only one way
Like
to
looking
find
down
out.
at you, reach in, it feels cold.
So they disappeared into nothing. Poor Maurice.
Because there's no hole in the room below. It's something else.
I wonder what his bloodline is.
Okay, yeah, I'll run back to the team.
Okay.
I would be
Okay,
saying, we gotta go.
Where we
Everything's
go-
falling
we're,
apart.
We're gonna try to run down these stairs?
Do you have a better idea?
No, because I don't really want to go in the pit. But also, like, we need to know where they're at.
They're
We can find them another time. We don't have time to discuss this. We gotta get out of here before we get trapped.
Okay, well, then I guess we can,
The top of the pyramid just starts collapsing in.
Run!
okay, I guess then we're gonna start sprinting down the stairs.
Okay.
Now this is going to be really fun. So
Wait,
Oh,
should we
no.
just turn around and go jump to the pit? We already decided, I guess. What do you think, Jade? You can override me. You're the...
Well, I would like a group, everybody gets a say into this decision.
Okay, we'll
Or-
decide right now. Caleb?
I
into
was
the-
binding you up, so I didn't see what happened.
yeah.
Because
Oh, I
I was
didn't
kind
either.
of, I was on the
What
stairs.
did you roll?
He said
Oh,
he
I
came
got two
down, He
successes.
said he
Okay.
came down and told everybody, didn't he? Didn't
Okay.
I told you what was up there, but I didn't tell him that they jumped into the pit.
didn't oh my gosh.
Jeremiah saw it.
Did he?
You saw it too.
I saw it and then
Me
Frederick
and
saw
me
it.
and Tulok are on the I'm binding him up.
I'm on the steps getting bound up. We gotta hurry.
This is so much. Oh my god.
Let's jump in the pit.
Oh.
Let's jump in the
Do
pit.
you want to take the body?
Let's grab the
So,
body and jump in the pit.
You wanna jump in the pit?
Well, I think it's the only way to find them, and it's gonna be fast. We gotta decide right now, Jade. You're the boss.
Okay, I guess we're jumping in the pit then.
All right.
Okay,
No.
jump in the water.
Jump in the scary
You're,
pit.
you're jumping in the scary pit.
Who can
I guess so.
fly?
Everybody's
Babe, you gotta make
why
a
are
decision.
you yelling? No, I don't have to make it. This is a mutual thing.
Okay,
Time's going.
so Frederick, as
Frederick
you're
sees everyone yelling, just goes and jumps in.
Oh.
as you start grabbing the edge of it, it like a bubble popping.
It disappears.
All right. Well, we gotta
It's,
run.
it's just a stone ring, and you would have been, and you kind of just fall in on stone, and you're like,
It was a portal.
Okay.
All right. Let's run out of the
Well,
temple.
Jade would go grab Frederick, make sure he's good, and then we're running down the
you're,
stairs. I'm like dragging him basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I
Okay.
guess we're going down the
Are we
stairs
in the
as quickly
glass?
as we can.
We're on the glass top, right? Is
They were in the glass
Is
top.
the glass breakable?
the glass top is
Coming
crumbling
in on
in.
us.
So like now you, then as it's falling, you can see above that the crystalline
Mm-hmm.
is starting to like flicker, get
What about?
darker.
Wait, is it just
Oh,
the glass
shoot.
top that's breaking, or is it the whole
Everything.
pyramid?
Everything is breaking.
It sounds like everything's dying.
We need to go.
Let's sprint. We're
Okay.
gonna run as fast as we can out of this place.
Okay.
Okay,
Does
I will
everyone
grab
remember the
that
way?
body and
Like we
throw
talked
it
about
over
earlier?
my
I take
shoulder.
notes.
Yeah,
But
everyone remembers. So you're running down. You're going through, and you go down to one level. You go down to the next level, and then you're running past the crypt, and those bodies are rolling out of their things and just turning to dust.
Oh.
That altar,
It's like,
that
oh.
when you ran past the altar, it like phased out into nothingness.
Oh my gosh. So these two snake sisters were like intertwined with this temple.
And then you're running, you're
I
running
killed
and
one,
running. You're
so-
getting winded. You like that
One's
like
pretty
glass, like broken glass in your lungs. That's what you're feeling as you're sprinting
Oh.
past those giant sculptures that were
Yeah.
the fangs. Now you're running on that bridge, and behind you the pyramid is actually collapsing in on itself. And the pyramid is like the bridge is slowly like
Oh my
teetering
gosh.
down, and you're having to run uphill. You're sprinting
Golly.
and sprinting and sprinting. You barely make it to the edge, and there's that light that was on those hieroglyphics or whatever is dwindling, and it's like crumbling in, and the top of the dome starts crumbling in. You're running up the cave. The snakes are like collapsing, and you're barely making it. You're like, like having to grab each other like something's falling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dust is everywhere. The smell is definitely just turning to like dust and stone. You're going up and up. You're falling like over each other, trying to get past. You finally make it out and just, and you're like looking behind you, and there's like not a mountain range anymore.
Oh.
What?
So like, and the like you had the worst day of your life just running. Like that's the main thing that you remember, just running. And you're like laying there.
Drenched as
I'm soaked in sweat and
You're,
blood.
and you're covered in dust. And you look over, and you've got the horses are there, and they're terrified.
Oh yeah.
And you're looking around, and there's broken stone all around you. You get up, and the dust clears, and like there's not a divot or anything. It looks like this never was here.
Whoa.
Dang.
What about the old lady?
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. What about the old lady?
Her body was ruptured open, and she was engulfed in flame.
So she
Huh?
was
She was evil.
She had taken the stuff.
Oh, so everyone that. Frederick, you good, my guy?
Remember,
I
he
don't,
purged
am
it.
I good?
He purged it from his body.
Oh my gosh.
Praise the Lord.
But at this moment, you're realizing anyone who drank it that didn't purge, that's what happened to them.
Ooh.
So that boy, anyone in the town,
That entire town.
Dang.
and I'm gonna say
Well-
on your way back, you guys do stop at the shack, and you do find Maurice's old diary.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah,
Dig
definitely
that?
gonna try to read it. See what it says.
I want to take notes of the purged lady.
Oh,
it's-
it's horrific.
Did we take the body of the other sister? Is that what you all
I think
Yes,
that
said?
we
I
grabbed
did.
it. Yeah.
Did we?
Okay.
You took the body. You were carrying a body that
How
whole
did we
time?
carry a
I would have
body?
helped you, Kevin.
Yeah.
I would have helped you, but if you actually picked it up.
Everybody's got a piece.
That- so you were, as you were carrying it, once you went past where that grate was,
Mm-hmm.
her body just crumpled into dust.
Oh, dang.
Dang.
Great.
Y'all were fighting for your lives with the body for nothing.
Yeah, and as soon as it dissolved, I said, I'm not staying to figure out why. You want to share some life force there, Frederick? Did you get enough to share or no?
Well, I think we'll get more
Hand to
than
your
that to
face.
do that.
No, I'm kidding. Yes. And I shared with you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna share. This is like a extremely simplified version of what's in his diary.
Oh, man.
Oh. He said that. Oh, no.
You guys having fun?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Dang.
I kind of figured you wouldn't let us keep the body.
Well, you have a feeling that certain things actually have a failsafe built into their genetics.
Mm.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Despite how terrible that was, I am proud of us.
You almost died.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like.
We,
Good job. Yeah,
this
no, I'm
time,
messed up
the
right now.
entire dead village isn't our fault.
Nope.
It is.
Frederick, if you could roll a mysticism, occult, or sorcery.
Oh.
I'll give you whichever one.
And I just got one success.
Man, Jay didn't even get to summon kill.
Didn't need to that time.
No.
Next time we'll see that girl. It's on
If
sight.
we do.
Well, we gotta save Maurice. I don't think he can be converted at this point, to be honest.
Honestly,
Okay.
I
So,
think we got bigger problems.
with one success, you have a feeling that
All these people are
you do definitely see a connection between what the product they were selling and what that ritual was. You don't necessarily know what the connection is, but you see a connection.
Okay.
You have a very quiet
Yeah.
walk back. Oh. Yeah. Once you catch your breath when the dust has settled,
Uh-huh.
your right arm starts to feel like it's engulfed in flame. Every piece of shrapnel starts moving. It starts to hover up and actually lift your body up. And the axe is starting
That's
to move
not
around
healthy.
you at a fast rate. And now I get what's mine. And all the shrapnel pops out of your arm. And the axe flies away.
Bye-bye, Lily.
With the shrapnel, so I'm not bound to it anymore.
Is his arm
I'm
gone?
I'm not bound to it at all.
Is his arm gone?
Is
His
it
arm's
down to-
messed up.
Is it down to Lily?
Excuse me.
Lily's dead.
No, Lily's gonna get the axe.
And you're
Oh, she gets the axe.
And she's gonna come straight for me.
If she
that'd
comes
be
for you, I'm gonna be like,
9 damage.
I
Just from
didn't
that.
have any
Yeah,
left.
there would be 9 damage, but you're not dead. But you're your right
Close
arm.
to death.
find wounds.
Yeah, he bound wounds, so that prevented.
you done.
Yeah.
That's the
Now-
only reason why you're not dead.
Now I
okay?
want you to roll.
The crazy man saved your life.
Creepy man.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I also gave you some life
If Lily
yes,
comes to
so
kill
you're-
you, I'm gonna be
so
like,
you're
here you go.
you're still
So still
alive.
at 3
Go
wounds?
for it.
Yeah, you're still just at
What
3
do his-
wounds.
Okay.
What do his eyes look like?
They're normal now.
Oh my god.
But his eyes he cried out blood.
Hey.
Now, now the thought comes in. After it leaves, your head just starts to ache as you grab your head and you actually see the truth in your dreams. It wasn't your dad all the time. It was different people. And the axe was given to someone else. There was always given an out where the axe wouldn't go to the next person, but your dad gave you to the axe.
Oh.
Whoa! That scumbag. That dirty little turd. I traveled from Alaska to find him.
Now, in that correlation, your mom was his out, that he could have had peace, and the axe would have not done anything.
What does that mean? Like if he would have been romantic with her?
Well, no, actually, more correctly, you were his out. He could have stayed and raised you, but he chose to give you to the axe. So you're seeing Lily was your out
Ooh.
for peace.
Dang.
Now she is
Bound to the
you
axe.
have a feeling something's happening to her.
Yeah, she's definitely bound. For sure, probably.
Gross. They said
And
that.
now also you see her memories because you get gifted with that. She's had dreams of you most of her life. So she tracked and found, she saw what you looked like and searched in the 1800s to be the perfect wife for someone like that. Making sure that she knew how to cook the meals that way, to make the clothes, because that's what she felt like she needed to do. That's why she seemed to be so excited about it.
Wow.
So,
Oh no.
That secret doesn't
What
know
was I
any of
supposed
that.
to roll? Oh, I thought you said
you're,
roll.
you're just you're just getting all that, and also you
Secret
hear
whisper.
like an echoing whisper, and those others that you
gave me will always be around you.
Boom. I saw
So
that.
you kind of close your eyes to try to get it out of your head, and you just see the three of them just moving around.
Like he can see him now.
Whenever he closes his eyes.
Ooh. Burro.
Dang.
Dance with the devil.
Put it in the Cedric was right jar.
He's got an actual jar with him and his
Okay,
wagon.
so you guys have a long trip back to Yuma, and the town past Yuma, and to see
The Russians.
the Russians. Man, I'd really love to do that interaction, but I have no clue how long that could possibly take. Because it is almost midnight, and I think you have to work in the morning. Yeah, so do I. So, well, I guess that will be where we end our session. Did everyone have fun?
Yes.
Everyone traumatized in some way, shape, or form?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, a little bit.
I
Yeah,
wasn't until about 2 minutes ago.
Yeah? Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Pretty
then.
intense.
Well, cool. You know, I like camping a lot. So,
Snakes don't actually freak me out.
yeah. Well,
Snakes. I hate snakes in real life.
well,
Jeez.
I hope everyone had fun, and hopefully we can meet up soon again.
Yes,
One
hopefully.
fella.
Honestly, too long.